We love
If
hip
you put a
hop.
white girl in Accra, Ghana, will she grow up to develop a more Ghanaian figure?
That's a good question.
If she's eating all the vegetables and the jollof rice and all them things, yeah, for sure. Because I feel like the food we eat is definitely gonna affect our muscles, the way how like our body sits, our body is shaped. You know, like all the processed foods we're eating is definitely like causing our body to sag. You know what I mean?
But I also feel like you have like baseline bone structure that'll determine like, let's say like 50% of your potential, you know, where it's like, what if she comes from like two parents who are skinny? No matter what she eats, like maybe her metabolism will just be too fast.
I know MAGA girl, but they still have like the firm, you know what I mean? Where it's still, obviously it's not the biggest ass, but it's still for their skinniness. It's still shapely, you know?
Okay, but like, you know, like there's like the quintessential white girl, like pancake butts, right?
Like Taylor Swift.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, is that something that's hereditary? Is it because she has parents that both have flat ass butts? Or can that be changed? Like that can be, I don't know, metamorphosized some way. Like, you know, if Taylor Swift has a kid and her kid grows up in Accra or somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, on TikTok, I see beard transformation videos of shorties that like they do certain diets or they only eat certain foods and then it works for them.
Or they squat like crazy. Like all their shit is leg day all the time. Yeah. I seen one girl transform her body from like a MAGA girl to like just having like, she looked like she has a BBL now.
Cause like, why do you think all volleyball players, all the girl them are set a certain way, or all the soccer player girl them, you know what I mean? Like, and then the rugby players are a little more husky, like this, like the way they're working out is determining the way their body's gonna be shaped, you know?
Yeah.
No, I agree. No, that's true. Because even sprinters, you look at a sprinter's body, they're usually like developed upper body as well as like lower body paws. But like you look at cross country runners, they're usually all super skinny because they run long distance. So it's like your body doesn't want to hold on to that much muscle.
Yeah, but the volleyball girls, like the white ones, like they're all flat body gal.
No, they usually are known for having like thicker butts.
Really?
Yeah, the volleyball girls are the ones that are always going viral for having the shapes.
Okay. Maybe I just only seen the...
That was back in the 80s and shit.
It's crazy because like back in, let's say like the 60s or 70s, like a big butt was like offensive to white people. It was like more favored for the girls to have like bigger breasts but smaller asses, which was like this weird white bimbo look that eventually got
nasty word,
like eradicated. And I guess like people like Sir Mix-a-Lot, like I like big butts and I cannot lie. Like I feel like that was like almost the beginning of like white people finally being like, okay, no, like we want fat asses.
He was a revolutionary, you know what I'm saying?
But I rate the white man because they're trying to like appreciate what they had, you know?
No, fam, in Quebec, like from where I'm from, bro, like I heard like an older French man say, yo, her bum, she has to be like this. And then for the people who don't know, I'm putting my thumbs together and I have my index fingers out. Like that's
a box.
Like a box. Like no, that's the size it has to be. Like that's small.
So not her waist, her body.
Her body has to be like this.
That's idiot.
So weird.
It's like almost like a kid.
Yeah, that's like, I was gonna say it's more like, I was gonna say like, I'm convinced because, you know, colonization, people attribute it to resources, tobacco, sugar. But I'm convinced when a white man's seen what the other shorties were saying across the world, they're like, yo, we gotta go over here and do something. Cause like back home, our British wives are not doing it, you know, they're stinking up the place, like, you know, like weird swampy hair. They go over to the new world. They're seeing all types of shapes and sizes and colors that they haven't seen.
Because remember, their beauty or whatever was like, oh, the fatter you are, the more beautiful in a certain time, because that just meant you had money.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like those rich white men didn't want to have these fat wives, you know what I mean?
Flat asses.
You know what I mean? Like, yucky, bro. Like, imagine you're super up, then you have to like fuck, and then she has pure layers on. It's like, nah.
But think about it. If you're super up as a white back in the day, you were probably fat. So it's like, you want another fat, you know what I'm saying? Like too fat, like it don't work.
That was a sign of wealth, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got into the red pill early, bro. Oh, well, staying on such. Zoie.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's get to it early. Where's my sound?
Oh, my goodness.
Louder. There we go.
How does that young girl song? Fuck that bitch. Fuck that. No, I'm joking. Shout out to Zoe.
Big salute to Zoe. So she went viral again. And the reason I say that with that inflection is because she went kind of viral before for her take on Patricia J taking over the morning shift on Flow. Okay? That was like people getting at her for hating. And then people started to flood her comments. And now there's a whole other reason why they went viral. And I'm going to play it now. One take, Jake, if you can pull that up on the screen. And salute to Relentless Diaries.
Do not come onto my platform's page. Do not come and speak on 4 educated Black people who sit here and ever call us YNs. The people in the comments who were talking about her partner, I defended that and I said who she chooses has nothing to do with what I am saying. I don't care who she's married to or who she's engaged to, whatever that is, right? As I said, I knew from before that she also had a lawsuit against Bell Media about 4 years ago where she had sued for racial discrimination.
She got a settlement.
And she got a settlement. Someone had messaged me and they said, yo, I saw you defending her man in the comments, but did you know what he called you in the comments? Ooh. And I said, what are you talking about? So I'm scrolling the comments and he called us YNs.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
What's his background?
He's white.
Yo! No.
My gripe now is, do not come onto my platform's page. Do not come and speak on 4 educated Black people who sit here and ever call us YNs. But so then type young nigga then. Because that's what you're calling me.
Facts, though.
You're saying grow up, young nigga. Right?
Yeah, what you mean by that, Mr. Juggernaut?
What you mean by that?
Again, people can be upset at my opinion. It's crazy that people were calling me a hater, but people were so emotionally charged at my opinion. When again, I
Natural.
said nothing disrespectful to that girl, and I will stand to that woman, sorry, and I will stand on it.
She's just like me, bro. She be hating more than me these days.
Oh, man. Gentlemen, distinguished panel. Thoughts?
White men never cease to amaze me with like how they could just be so clueless and so just like ignorant. Like low key, Jagannath, she was up 1,000,000 points, bro. She wasn't responding. Her and Specs was doing the thing. Like low key, Zoe was just digging a deeper hole for herself, deeper hole.
Yeah.
And here comes this white man trying to insert himself. He low key probably just seen another Black woman talking about him. He's like, yeah, let me insert myself real quick. And
Grow up, young nigga.
bro, how could you be so tone deaf? That's like the most stupidest thing you could say, as having your wife on like the most public radio in the urban space. Like it just, I don't even understand the thinking behind it. So
Just chill, my young nigga.
Zara, could you explain this?
Like you
a
said,
resident white.
this is a disappointing day for white chocolates out there who love our Black queens. I wore this Larry Bird jersey to let y'all know what to do and what not to do.
Represent.
But one, this guy did it from his business account, which he later closed.
What?
So that VIP chauffeur page, whatever, is not accessible anymore.
Wow.
2, like you
and
said,
yeah,
like
I'm sorry, they tagged them.
yeah, they tagged him. If you click
Oh,
that,
yeah.
you're not gonna see nothing. It's tone deaf, like you were saying. Like I feel like the number one rule, like if you a white dude that like likes Black girls, is just don't say the N-word ever.
He more than likes Black girls. He married one.
But like you've never had this like conversation with her, like you just don't have the intuition to be like, maybe he doesn't chill around Black people himself. You know what I'm saying? To know what not to say, because it's just like he might have. I bet because at first he responded from his page saying, "Oh, a Black person runs this page. This is false. This is a lie. Whatever." Then he deleted that comment.
Yo,
And then
what
he
are you
deleted his
telling me
page.
right now, fam?
So like he tried to backtrack on it. I feel like he realized he was wrong when it was too late. I just think it was poor judgment, and it just seems like, I don't know, if you're gonna like step outside your culture as a white dude and date a Black girl, like you gotta kind of be aware of like the cultural sensitivities.
Okay, and sorry, before you go, 2 things. One, did he know, or did she know to advise him that's not something good to say? Like, is that something that they might have had a conversation about? And then my second question would be like, what's it like now? Or like, are they beefing about it, or is she like they're exaggerating
You mean like within the house?
within the household?
Okay, that's what I was about to say. Respectfully, sometimes these black women be making these white men feel too comfortable. You know what I mean? Because I feel like he didn't even talk to her about this. He just took it upon himself to do this, and then so they're probably arguing about it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't feel like oh, honey, I'm about to call them YNs. And she's like, yeah, go for it. Like, you know, that doesn't make sense.
And it's hard to have like, you know, when you have this quote unquote sensitivity training or like education about the culture, like how do you get into the conversation of, oh, don't use YN in sentences? Like, where does that even come up? How do you even come up with that conversation?
Low-key, like...
And I'm not trying to shoot homeboy any bail or anything. I'm just saying, like, as far as him even knowing that's the wrong thing to use, because he might, I guess, a little bail, he might not realize that that was something bad to say because he didn't use the word, and he sees everybody using, not the N-word, but everybody's using that term YNs these days.
Yeah, but people are using it as a way to still say the N-word, you know what I mean? So
True.
Like, even like it is kind of weird when like people who are not black use the term YN because it's just like, you know, and it even became a term to kind of like just what's what I'm looking for? Like they shine a bad light on just like black youth in general. Because even when they're talking about the Do West Fest, they're saying, oh, it got ruined by YNs. It got ruined by YNs. You know what I mean? Like just every black kid in the city is just like on that timing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the worst part about it is when they say YNs, it don't even just be black kids.
Facts.
It'd be just a bunch of just young kids.
I'd be saying youngins because I was always aware that it was like an acronym.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that there are people that are not black that will use it as just like an overall like categorical phrase.
And not just a little bit, bro, a lot.
I hear it a lot.
You know what they used to use as well? The ninja emoji.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Where it's like, oh, I'm here with my ninja, like with the ninja emoji type shit.
Not just the emoji, just saying the word. It is not just like, when I say a lot, I mean a lot because like I watch a lot of YouTubers outside of the hip hop space and they use ninja and YN and stuff like that. And I don't even know if they know that they're using that. They know what the acronym is for, but that it's wrong to even use it that way.
I feel like it almost made it like for them a less offensive way to say the N-word without saying the N-word by making it an acronym. But it's still like saying the same thing, which is why she said you might as well have said young N-word if you're going to say that, you know?
Yeah.
And I also don't want to take it off of him because we are generalizing it now. But I feel like he specifically seen Zoie, seen Mucho, seen Trezor, whatever, seen basically like young black people. And he's like, yeah, I could step outside my box. I could do whatever I want. I could say whatever I want, and I'm not going to face any repercussions.
Any consequences, yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm glad that he had to close down his page, you know, and I hope that even Miss Jagannath or whatever, like she faces something as well, because like this is your man. You decided to bring him in the culture and make him feel certain ways.
Are you going to hold Patricia accountable though for this?
What do you mean? That's
like she can't control what, like, what if she didn't know like her man was this culturally
You didn't know your
insensitive?
man was racist?
I don't know if he's racist.
I think saying that he's a
dumb,
racist,
but I don't know if he's racist.
Okay, you didn't know your man was culturally insensitive. You didn't bring him around the family anytime. You didn't make any, you know what I mean, comments at any time that made you like think to yourself, or are you aligned with certain mindsets as well?
I don't know. Okay, like for example, Friday, you said you've dated a girl that was white, and then like one day you guys got into a heated fight, and then she called you the N-word, right?
Yes.
You didn't know that until you were confronted with the situation, who she was. But
he wasn't married to her though.
He wasn't married to her, fair, but it's just more like you don't really.
We got close.
So you guys were close to getting married.
Yes.
You
Were you
obviously
guys
did your
engaged?
vetting. You did your vetting. You didn't think she was a racist because obviously you wouldn't have been with her for that long if you thought she was a racist. And then when you're like,
low key,
and he was like into it. This guy likes the race play and shit.
No, never that. But I didn't think that she was a racist. And even afterwards, low key, I guess that would make me the super Tom. I gave her the pass after.
He gave her the pass.
I didn't stop dating her after. It wasn't like, okay, we're done. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just had some just disgustingly heated, disgusting battles. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not saying that what she said to me is justified, but the types of things that we were saying to each other, like, if hell was the place, bro, we found another level underneath.
Okay,
there,
so
bro.
that's not even fair because they're going back and forth. Like Zoie didn't call him out of his name. Zoie didn't even mention this nigga.
Like we're getting to like, yo, your mom and a bitch
You know what I
and all
mean?
type of shit.
This guy
What I was
literally-
trying to say is that like we can't hold Friday accountable in that situation for his girl's racism. We can hold him accountable for continuing to date her after, but like that's on you, you know. But like,
Okay, so if she continues to rock with him, then what?
then I think it'll showcase maybe where her loyalty lies, or maybe she doesn't think it's a big deal. Like if she were to, but who knows? What if this is a learning moment for him? He's probably gonna apologize. He's gonna have to.
Learning moment?
It would have to be because like,
Or he's gonna double down. It's either like you're gonna learn from this, or you're gonna like stand on what you said. And I don't think he wants to stand.
So
on
what is he gonna
said.
learn? Oh, like not to try to bully young black women on the internet?
Yes, that's
More
one
than
thing.
just that.
But like you're a grown man. How do you not know that yet?
Amen.
And you needed these YNs to teach you that? Maybe you're the dumb one. You're the ignorant one.
Clearly, he has some ignorance, and I don't know. He's either gonna learn from it or he's gonna live by it, and he's gonna continue to do it. Like I understand that we should hold him responsible, and he should be held accountable. But like, I think everyone learns at their own pace.
But okay, you feel like if you have a shotty and your shotty goes on the road, okay, everyone knows this is your shotty, and she just starts wilding. You don't think that's sort of reflection on you? You don't think man's like,
It is.
Yo, that's Czar's thing,
Yeah, and then I would have to be like, you know what? Like maybe I should have done a little more vetting. I didn't know she was like that. I would have said things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't have been with her if I knew she was like that. Like.
But we have to be realistic as well, right? Like we're talking about girlfriend scenarios, right? Now when you've like, you're married to this person, let's be realistic. They're not going to get divorced over it, right? So they're going to have some kind of internal fixing, whether she has to correct him and be like, yo, bro, like you're moving weird, or she's learning something new about him right now in real time.
And even more than just the gracious stuff, but like, yo, she just finished the first week of her brand new job, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she's trying to celebrate. She's trying to feel good about this. And then like, okay, as her husband, you want it. Now the moment's about you, bro.
Yeah, he interjected and made it selfish.
So I feel like, okay, I don't want them to get divorced or anything, of course, but like, if I'm Shotzi, I'm just gonna be like, yo, like, okay, not only did you do some weird like anti-black shit, but like, you're also taking my moment, my positive moment, and making it all about you and a negative one.
Yeah, it comes down to
he's dumb for that, bro. Like
That's
off
some
the
Peter Griffin
business
shit.
off the business account too is crazy.
You know what I mean? Like,
Off a burner, okay, like off a burner, that's still messed up, but it's off a burner. This is off your like bread and butter business account, like your VIP chauffeur services.
Yeah, you see, when it comes down to in the end of the day, is that your partner really fucked up and fucked your shit up. What do you do now? Like you obviously don't leave your partner, but like, how do you even deal with that situation? We're gonna get full circle even in the podcast. You guys already seen the list of topics.
With the Akaash thing,
With the
right?
Akaash
Yeah, I'm
thing,
like,
right?
this is very similar.
It's kind of similar, except he doesn't have a podcast and shit. But like, he got on social media, a public platform, try to freaking speak for his partner, and bro, it must be tough at this point. You got two podcasts that are not on your head top, but like that are like, doing commentary on you 2 weeks in a row, bro.
I think like Natural was saying, like the audience was for Patricia J in the situation, and everyone was kind of looking at Zoie like, yo, you're just a hater, you don't understand it. But this kind of gave Zoie the ammunition to justify her take by being like, oh, like you see how like she doesn't do enough for the black community and her man does this,
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think her man definitely needs to be held accountable. But now the next question is, does Patricia Juggernaut acknowledge this publicly? Does she do a public apology?
Ooh.
Does she get on flow and acknowledge the situation, or does she kind of ignore it?
You guys have been doing promo around everything. Oh, day 1, day 2, day 3. Okay, on day 9, your man said something crazy. Yeah, you need to talk about it still.
Yo, bro, if it was me, I would say yes, I would talk about it because I love to talk about the mix. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go viral for this episode. Everybody's going to tune into Flow this morning to hear my response. But if she's probably not going to respond.
I feel like they're going to advise her not to respond, but I think the wisest thing for her to do is to like low-key call out her husband, like both privately and then publicly, and be like, look, what he did was stupid. I had to yell at him. I had to do this.
No, facts.
I don't stand by that action. I don't believe he should have said that at all. I
He's
think
in the doghouse type shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think she should bring Zoie onto the show.
Ooh, that's a good idea. And keep that thought also about calling out the partner publicly for something that they've done to embarrass you publicly, because that might even come back around later on in the show. You know what I'm saying? Because like,
Man saying no switch up, you know.
no, don't switch. Because I think that's a good idea in some cases. Like, yo, okay, I might have to obviously talk to my partner in private, but everybody in the public's talking about this, or like 2 podcasts that are pretty much the top 3 podcasts out of the top 3 in the city.
And resentment builds. Like, okay, I have an aunt and uncle. Uncle was trying to do like a flex or whatever, right? I don't remember what exactly she had to do, but like my aunt, she had to just do one job or whatever, right? She fucked it up or whatever. They're supposed to get 10 bands and then they didn't end up getting, you know what I mean? Yo, to this day, the man still brings up that 10 bands, you know? It happened like 13 years ago, bro. And that's a little 10 bands, you know what I mean? So like, yo, this is her brand new career at her, you know what I mean? So like, but I don't want no resentment to build up. I'm not trying to plant any seeds.
No, bro, that's just bad. Like, I'm just thinking about it from the content perspective. Like, there's they did a short about this shit too. So like, there's gonna be like multiple clips. Like, she opens up the timeline and she's like, I might need to address this shit. I'm all over this bitch.
And it's also bad because Patricia J has worked her whole life to get to where she's at today, just for her man to like step in and like ruin it.
Yeah, but then low key, and I know I'm not trying to give her man any bail again, but it's like, yo, I came back around y'all niggas and I'm already up in the mix. I should have just stayed over in the little corporate world, bro.
She's still in the corporate world, but like,
no, it's not that, because when she came around, she was cheered and she was celebrated and she was welcomed. You know what I mean? It's only once her man decided to get a little silly, try to get a little sweet,
try to be a hero
type shit, then that's when.
And then, yes, let me not say corporate world. The culture. Once you get back in the culture, bro, we'll be like, yes, we love you. And then one thing fucks up and they'll be like, we knew you was a vulture. And this is what she's dealing with now, bro. So hopefully she'll be able to spin that around.
You'll be all right.
You'll be all right. Let's get to it, man. I can't even.
That's a double threat. I came in with my piece in my head. Don't let me put my foot in your ass. Be cool.
He's talking to a woman.
Say, you be cool, brother. You be cool.
Oh,
you're the only one wilding right now.
I'm sweating, bro. That is the most badly aged hip hop I've ever heard. Oh, fuck.
Be cool.
The intro to Bubba Box gotta wait, bro. I came in with my dick in my hand. Don't leave me. What did he say? Don't let me leave you with my foot in your ass.
Don't let me put my foot in your ass. Be cool.
Be cool.
That's some American shit.
Oh man. Bro, how do you even explain that 20 years later when you're doing 20 years, bro?
Yeah, that's crazy still. That's a direct threat still.
They might have played that shit in court.
Because if you break down the bar, the man said like he pulled up already H. He said,
with his dick in his ass.
He's like, I'll scrap you, eh? Just go on easy and take this.
And where are you going? What club? Are you in the club with your dick in your hand?
Has to be a house party.
Are you in the house?
Them niggas be scaring the hoes and shit. Like, have you ever been on a 2-man with someone? You know what I mean? You're vibing. You look over, then the man's just, you know what I mean? The man has his belt off and shit. It's like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Like,
I'm crying, bro.
Let's play truth or dare. And then all his dares are just mad freaked out and shit. It's like, fam, like.
I don't even know what the visual is because, like, yo, bro, where do you go where you walk in and your dick is in your hand, bro? Like, what?
That's an after hours.
Diddy party.
The Diddy party.
That's an after hours still.
Definitely
you know what
Diddy
I mean?
party.
Like, he got kicked out the first spot, you know what I mean? But he knew where to go for the, you know?
Oh, man. Foreshadowing like a motherfucker. Okay, I think I could breathe again. All right. Let's get into it, man. We are Bach is the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host of the most Toast Friday, Ricky Dread, aka live stream Rick, aka the world's oldest IRL streamer, aka DJ not a DJ Rick, aka aka Mr. Multiple AKAs. We back over here, We Love Hip Hop Studios, episode 694. We have back in the building. They call him the Turkish Thrill. I heard sometimes that they call him Coffee Poppy on certain days, okay? You might see him on the streets doing the streeter interviews, asking the intriguing questions. You might see him behind the wheels of steel, turning up the jam. All right, we have our political expert himself, or knows a little bit more politics than the rest of us most of the time. You know what I'm saying? DJs are in the motherfucking building. Let's go, man.
DJs are, aka Burrow Sound, aka Young Shawarma, aka Cheeseburger, aka Coffee Poppy, aka The Ruiner, aka Zarly Kirk, aka Lieutenant George, aka Blueberry Terry. Back at it like a crack addict.
We're still going with Lieutenant George, right?
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. No one's calling me that.
We're gonna try to make it stick, man. Don't worry, bro. We're gonna by 5 more episodes, Lieutenant George it is.
Lieutenant Dan.
Right? Well, welcome back.
Yes, sir.
And sitting next to DJ Czar, okay, you might see him on the fashion runway somewhere giving Drake fashion advice, okay? You might see him on your social media screens testing your dance hall knowledge, okay? Also, you might see him at the jam playing his own dub plates if you don't fuck around, you know what I'm saying? Don't get into a sound clash with this man, all right? We have our extraordinaire DJ and content creator himself, DJ Natural Wave in the motherfucking building. Let's go, man.
My everything, Chris.
What's going on, bro? I'm gonna get at you right now early.
Right now, what I do?
I gotta do it, bro. Because the comments are gonna say it. Gilligan style.
Gilligan style?
Gilligan style.
What's that?
Let me show you. I'm gonna pull up Gilligan.
It's like some old reference.
Gilligan. Y'all ever heard of Gilligan's Island?
Yeah.
Gilligan's
That's a classic.
Island.
I didn't watch one episode though.
Island. One take, Jake.
That's fire. That's hard.
That's literally what you're wearing right now.
That's hard. I rock it.
Put it back on the screen.
How does he sound?
Yo, that's literally white natural.
That's crazy. That's hard. I actually rate it.
You have to rate it. It's literally what you're wearing.
Okay.
See, he was a guy back then.
I had to just get it out the way right there. You didn't do it first, bro. Okay. Salute to Gilligan's Island.
You appropriating white people right now. This is a white outfit.
But his wasn't Tommy though.
You were on an island, okay?
You know what I mean?
So that he had literally have to wear the same thing every single day.
That was like me in the bed, bro, in Montreal. You had to wear your own clothes type shit.
For real.
Same polo fit every day now. Like, god damn.
You guys don't know about Gilligan's Island, eh?
No.
Hold on, I got something up on the screen here. Let me pull up the Gilligan's Island theme song. Gilligan.
I think I remember the theme song though.
Because in the theme song it explains the whole like what happened.
Okay, so maybe I don't. I'm thinking of something else.
One take, Jake. Professor and Marianne.
Yeah,
this is the early one when it was still in black and white. Listen, I didn't watch it in real time. Okay, so y'all just get that out in your brain. I watched the reruns. But yeah, that was classic time.
Jeez, Gilligan.
You know what I'm saying? Gilligan. I'm gonna have to make that the title, man. Holy, you just took me back to my childhood over there.
Jesus, it's Gilligan.
Jeez. Well, how about me? I don't got a celebrity reference today with my Larry Bird jersey. I bought this at a thrift store.
Why are you wearing a Boston jersey after New York just won?
Because I didn't want New York to win.
You try to piss off the New York viewers?
You're lucky we don't live in New York.
What are they gonna do besides
they would probably
beat me
try
up?
to jump you, bro.
Yeah, the comment section's about to go crazy now. On my days when we see you in New York, son.
I'll wear this Larry Bird jersey too.
New York chat, y'all know what to do.
Hey, New York.
What up, son? You don't got no Tim's down wearing too, no?
I did a couple fets in Boston, and at first I'm like, oh, like what are they talking about us racist over here? Da da da. You know what I mean? And then I experienced it. I'm like, oh shit, I ain't fucking around over there.
You went a couple of more blocks.
Yeah, no, Boston does have a racist fan base. I'm not a Celtics fan, but I am a fan of Larry Bird.
It was like those NBA apparel shops. So I was like making a joke. I grabbed like a New York jersey. I'm like, oh, this is the best team, blah blah blah. And then like they were not having it still. They were not about no jokes.
Buddy, do you know where you at?
Type shit.
Nigga, get back in the car.
Like, grab my car keys, about to say him and bang him.
Right? But listen, welcome back, gentlemen. And listen, salute to One Take Jake over here in the
One
building,
Take.
our shooter. Hold on.
Gra-ta-ta-ta.
Mad.
Okay. Making us look nice and clean, right?
One Take Jake growing out his hair looking like the old Justin Bieber right
I
now.
know. He's doing a kind of a bowl cut kind of look.
Yeah, what's going? Looking like Paul McCartney and shit.
Listen, we need to get a Jake Cam. When I come back from MTL, Jake Cam up. You know what I'm saying? But before we get into anything, I want to salute to the sponsors, starting with Gamdon Air Horns.
Gamdon.
All right. Join 16 million players who know where the real action is. Gamdon delivers elite odds that the big name books can't touch. You get 15% rakebacks on your first week and lightning fast crypto withdrawals. Okay. And you could live stream all the action while you win. Right now, the NBA playoffs are over, but the baseball season is still going on. So, you know, let's go Jays. Anybody who, and obviously World Cup. World Cup.
And there's pure games on there. You can run like blackjack and all the next thing, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. So if anything if you want to get in on some of the action, use the code welovehiphop or just go to the website and use gamdon.com/r/welovehiphop. And yeah, man, salute to the sponsors. Also salute to Exotic Hot Pot, okay? From high-grade strain to authentic grab and all the rolling essentials, Exotic Hot Pot is about elevating your smoking session in true 5-star fashion, okay? We got some freaking crazy piff right now over here from Exotic Hot Pot, okay? If you want to get some of your hands on that or your hands on some of that right there, you got it. See, Natural got some right there.
Natural got 4.
All right, you got the packs popping over here.
Gilligan.
All right. And look out for the Shebang challenge on the way soon.
Oh God.
Shebang. Okay. Go get some of that delivery. That's Exotic Hot Pot on Instagram, or go over to the website exotichotpot.ca and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop boys sent you, and they'll definitely give you a discount. Last but not least, big salute to Road Ready Detailing over at 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66. You can get your cars detailed. You can get your cars ceramics, you can get tinted, you get tints, you can get anything you need, okay? You can get coatings, anything you need, okay? Hit them up on their Instagram, that's Toronto Road Ready Detailing, or just go down to the shop, like I said, that's 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66. If you see the boy Dusty Wallace, let him know that the We Love Hip Hop boy sent you, and he'll definitely give you a discount. You know, amen. Gentlemen, we are getting 1 episode off on Monday, okay? So again, announcement to the audience, you're not getting an episode on Monday. I'll probably be live streaming. You know what? Let me correct that. You might not be getting an episode with all of us together. I might film something over there and just drop it Monday. You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If I get something that I'm like, you know what? This sounds like a good enough conversation that it can be a Monday convo, I'm going to run it. You know what I'm saying? But before we get to whatever I got going on, what y'all got going on?
Man, this week has been cool. Lank, got a wedding, got a graduation tomorrow. I did another Lay's activation. Big up Lay's. They're doing a lot of good stuff for the World Cup. And yeah, man, I love seeing people of one community getting together to watch the World Cup games. So today I seen a Ghanaian community. They went to watch the game. Everyone in their Ghana jerseys, everyone cheering at the TV. Like, it just reminds me of like how sports fandom should be. And I think it's really good that we have the World Cup here because we're already such a diverse city. So like everywhere you go, it's like you feel like you're in that country for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how passionate the fans are. So I'm really enjoying the World Cup. We've had some upsets. I mean, Turkey, my team, we lost our first game against Australia. I'm a little hurt about that, but everything else has been good, jolly, you know, trying to stay out of trouble.
No, city and the city's buzzing right now, man.
Definitely buzzing, bro.
It's a good time to be outside.
And driving isn't as bad as I thought it would be. Like I've driven downtown even during game day, like it's manageable.
Yeah. No, that's a good look. What about you, Natural?
My week has been pretty hectic still. Okay, so I did that event. It was actually raining after we left the pod or whatever, but the event was actually so mad, so I did that. I've been doing the live stream. Shout out Miss Moody. So DJ Mizzo, I did a live stream with her. It went crazy, but then recently I had Miss Moody pull up. She's an artist that's like, she partners with LTL and those mandem.
Yes.
Do you want to go on my Instagram real quick? Just show the clip of the live stream real quick?
Yeah. And she's gonna be pulling up soon too.
Yeah, type shit. Cause our DJ AG, like, he be doing live streams out on the road, so that's where I got the inspiration from.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to like invite more artists to pull up on the live stream because it'd be going crazy. We got like 300 people going in there. You know what I mean? Like, it was actually wild. But
I got it over here.
You ever tune on this rhythm, Malay? We outside, see a tower in the background, man.
With the back, y'all, damn. Expensive like the Aki. Me body clean, it fresh, no scabby. And that make you happy. Me say that make you happy. Me body cup up you excited. Inna me belly you feel planted. Full of that.
Mad.
Yo, the background is so perfect. It almost looks CGI or like superimposed.
No,
like
fast.
the CN Tower.
Remember people thought it was green screen, but because like true, like I'm walking around the parking lot and stuff, and like but the live streams have been super late,
No, and it's dope that there's somebody who lives here who is not just like a reggae artist, like she's a calypso artist basically.
Yeah, she does like R&B, she does like a little bit of rap as well, dance also. Yeah, and like I'm just trying to like, because I could be selfish and be like, oh, I could just do the live streams by myself, blah blah blah. But I'm trying to share the wealth, you know what I mean? Like collaborate with more artists, more DJs and stuff. So yeah, any artists out there that like wants to even pull up, like I'll take in your stuff and then we can make it work.
Yeah, collab up. Yeah, man. No, yeah, man, that's dope. And yeah, speaking of live streams, that's what I've been on, man. Live streams. I'm on day 23 right now while we're recording this. So day 24 tomorrow. Probably by the time people have watched this, that already have happened because I'm going to be moving around. So I'm trying to plan different things even for the Montreal trip, how to like keep it interactive, maybe do a one desktop stream while I'm in Montreal so I can kind of just like regroup and see what's going on. But this has been dope, man. Like I'm on the last 7-8 days of this shit and like I don't even feel like it, fam.
I don't think you're gonna stop. I feel like you're gonna maybe take like a 1-2 day off, but like I feel like you're gonna keep the momentum.
Because it is kind of hectic to keep up every day, and then sometimes it's like, okay, what am I gonna talk about today? But then by the time I get onto the stream, I'm like fucking having a ball, bro.
Yo, it's the same for me, like, because with me, well, I made it very easy for myself. Like I got this very small DJ controller, so I just put my laptop and my DJ controller in a bag, and then I have this like. It's kind of like, those laundry tables where you put your clothes to fold or whatever. So I have like one of those as like a table or whatever. So it's super lightweight. Everything's portable, you know? But even to just like bring that stuff to set it up or whatever, like I have to kind of amp myself up. But then by the time I fire up the stream, it's like, it's lit. You know what I mean? The energy gets going. Like, it's a good vibe.
Yeah, man. So like, that's pretty much my main thing. And Montreal trip. Okay, Montreal. I haven't been back there probably like 2 years, maybe longer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited to go back there, link up with my old crew from back in the day, and just do some content over there.
Man, speaking of content, so after Natural did his live stream, we linked up at Young and Dundas, and Natural's always looking for different ways to make content quick. It's pretty inspirational because it's like, yo, there's always an opportunity to make some content. It's kind of like you do it now and it'll pay off for the next week. So the Aura Farmers, we were outside. We did a little video. If you go on, I mean, We Love Hip Hop collabed on it too. And I want to big up Pop's Rum Punch.
Oh yes.
So these guys are a Toronto-based company, alcohol company, I guess.
Rum Punch. They're in the LCBO.
So
certified,
very sturdy. They had their own little booth at Young and Dundas or Sankofa Square. They had some event for, I guess, Ghana versus Panama, like to promote it, or might have been Senegal, I forgot. But man, they're doing great things, and it's really dope to see like people of our generation doing big entrepreneurial things. I know it's so hard to get into the LCBO and stuff. So even getting in there is crazy.
Let me pull it up over here. One take on.
I love girls from all over the world. I love girls from all over the world.
Watch the Aura Farmers.
Aura Farmers.
Latino girl love.
Holy man, them are outside, bro.
Big up that tune too. Big Boss Natty. I love girls.
Yo, that was a quick one too. It's just like boom, boom, boom.
No facts.
Boom.
Yeah. No, I fuck with it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, now that we got our pleasantries out of the way, let's get to the shits. This episode is sponsored by Gamdon. Join 60 million players who know where the real action is. Gamdon delivers elite odds that the big name books can't touch. 15% instant rakebacks on your first week, lightning fast crypto wallet withdrawals, and you could live stream the action while you win. Right now, you can use the code welovehiphop at gamdon.com/r/welovehiphop to start earning free rewards. Again, that's gamdon.com/r/welovehiphop and start winning. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer! I gotta ask some questions to you guys because I've been on these K-Bard's head top. Okay.
Oh my God.
Mainly this guy over here. Okay. I know DJ Czar is gonna have a lot to say too, but DJ Natural as our resident K Dot fan. Okay. I said Dot. All right.
I'm like, do I want to go crazy this episode or do I want to keep it light?
So let me set the premise here. Kendrick Lamar has been exposed for giving 10K each or offering 10K each to the GNX artist or royalties. 6 out of the 8 of them took the 10K and 2 of them took the royalties.
What's wrong with that?
What do you mean what's wrong with that?
That sounds like a good choice. Like
10 racks on an album that you, at the time you just came off of Not Like Us, you're super duper duper hot. So the projection, you know that shit's gonna go platinum. You know that you've already predetermined all your Grammys. You know what? Before I even get to it, because people have been getting at me, I've already spoke about this story, but I'm gonna stay on this story. Right? I spoke about it a couple of times, but then people were like, "Where's the proof? Where's the proof?"
So you're mad at Kendrick for offering to pay his artists?
10 racks?
Yo, can I be honest? And I'm not trying to defend K-Dot. But,
let's go.
But we're all adults here, right? So every man is responsible for their own business. If a man's offering you a bad deal where it's 10K of royalties and you choose the 10K and you're complaining that you didn't get royalties, that's on you.
Well, listen, let me not say that they're complaining, okay? No, let me give you guys a little bit of the lore, and then I'll get your commentary. So I'm gonna play you guys here first.
That's my second point.
Clip from Dijon Paul, who's West Coast commentator. You know, he has his list, his West Coast list that he got popular for. He's the one who broke this story. And then Hitta J3 responded to him about it and then confirmed it.
I got a call from a very powerful industry executive. He manages an artist that is on GNX. And he told me for a fact that all of the artists, LA rappers that was featured on GNX only got paid $10,000 for this feature. And only 2 of them have received publishing to this day. So that speaks to the opportunistic-ness of the situation. You are this multi-platinum artist. You probably, if we look up his net worth, it's probably in the hundreds.
Why is his arm so low?
You get what I'm saying? GNX sold millions and millions. It's a multi-platinum album. It broke streaming records, all of these things. Allegedly there's bots, but whatever. To find out from a verified, trusted industry source that, again, works with one of the artists on GNX.
Looks like a T-Rex.
That all the LA rappers, upcoming LA rappers featured on GNX only got paid $10,000. And only 2 of all the LA rappers featured on the project were given any publishing. Basically, he told me how they were approached was, look, this is going to be you can do a lot with this opportunity. This is a good look. You know, just take the 10 racks and, you know, do what you can with this opportunity. This is a good look. We're about to bring the West Coast back. Woo, woo, woo. They sold these artists a dream. Then you wonder why Dodie Six is smoking drugs and smoking balloons and crashing out and doing all this stuff because he didn't get paid. I'm on this big song that's all over Billboard charts, but I'm not getting paid. You wonder why Young Threat is in prison for allegedly murdering another rapper locally because he's not getting paid. To find
so
out,
is Dirk not getting paid? Because he's in prison right now.
They were involved in the project. So
Hold on.
To find out that the LA rappers on GNX was only got paid $10,000 up front and only 2 of them have received any publishing from the situation is sick. Kendrick is a culture vulture for that. To me, that's you taking advantage of the LA rap scene. I'm beefing with
He's in LA.
Star. My back's against the wall. He's cooking me with his Family Matters record. He's saying I don't plant money trees. Let me go out here and make it seem like I'm planting some money trees. That's bullshit. That's some bullshit.
Like people could argue, oh, Kendrick has done charity and Compton, this and that.
Hold on, let her speak. Let her speak.
In direct comparison to how many people Drake has given opportunities to and put on in that way of
Cap.
I don't even know what she's saying. You have no microphone, bro.
Whatever, he has way more than Kendrick.
She said that people can also say that Kendrick has done a lot of stuff, like grassroots stuff behind the scenes and stuff, in comparison to what Drake has done and what he's done for artists and stuff like that.
Behind the scenes, right? The facts that we were presented, because remember the whole narrative is like, oh, these are all like lower tier artists, these are all up and coming artists. So like the look alone, most artists will jump at that. So the fact that they were even offered a 10 bands was like, yo, you guys could go on and invest this in your thing, or you could get royalties. You know what I mean? I feel like that's mad fair.
Yeah, the amount is fair because, and it was just reported, and this is just Twitter, right? Drake has never confirmed this, that Molly's, what's her name?
Molly Santana.
Molly Santana, she got like 450 racks for her feature.
But that's different. She's not like an up and coming.
She was certified already. Shorty, like she's one of them like who's Playboy Cardi's group? What do you know? Yeah, she's like one of those opium like level type niggas. You know what I mean? Where like she already had her fan base and shit. Dodie 6 ain't have no fan base, bro.
So then he only deserves 10 racks on a platinum album, fam? Like the album has made 100 more times than 10 racks, bro. Kendrick by himself has probably made like a crazy amount compared to like what he's paid as artist.
Okay. Let me put it in perspective, because first of all, Kendrick can get people on his album for free if he wanted to. All right, like he doesn't need to even pay people because the look alone is oftentimes more valuable, right? It's kind of like, okay, I'm working with Lay's right now. Oh, they're multi-millionaires. They should give me more than 25 an hour. It's like, bro, like I'm the one who accepted the terms. This is what they wanted to work with.
No facts.
And like, okay, that's within my own judgment, you know? So these guys, they're accepting the 10K up front, most likely blowing it all right away.
Yeah.
And then this Dijon guy's talking about, oh, that's why they're in jail. That's why they're doing drugs and stuff. It's like, you can't put that on Kendrick, bro.
Yeah, that's
like,
stupid.
You know, every man is responsible for their own destiny at the end of the day. You can't blame someone else and business decisions that you agreed to why you're a fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
What did Drake give McConan?
I don't, what do you mean? Like in terms of,
Didn't he make McConan delete all his back catalog and all kinds of crazy shit?
I don't remember all of that.
What did he give Moji?
For what? The move?
For the songs that he was helping him write.
They gave him like 3 bills, 3 tracksuits and a backwards, bro.
Okay,
Yeah.
so is that has been, listen,
They gave him a
That
rapper.
is the same level.
I sound like
rapper
a
gift
Drake
card.
caper. Is that ever been confirmed that Moji helped him with songs? Did that ever been confirmed? Or is that
was
one-sided?
it confirmed that he really got beat up by A.W.O.L Amanda?
That's also
What's
never
he
been
went
confirmed.
there?
It's never been
No,
confirmed.
because like, let's just be fair. Like, I don't know. I feel like when it comes to local artists dealing with bigger artists, like this is regular business where it's like you're gonna get paid way less than like a Molly Santana.
The fact that man's even got 10 mans is even blessed.
That's
you know
what I'm
like,
saying.
You know what? The K-barbs that were coming for me on Twitter, because I've already addressed this. And my thing was like, you a liar! You robbed them! Right? But they came for me crazy. So like, listen, y'all, hey, listen. This is
why
what
do you
they
feel
said.
like they were robbed?
Because the opportunity that they were presented, I felt that they were lowballed on what the outcome was going to be.
So what
And
do
they
you
were, and then, listen, they're also grown men, so they have to take accountability. But like, you took advantage of dumb niggas.
So what do you think they should have gotten?
At least 50 racks, bro.
But that's just like, why would I overspend for no reason? You know what I mean?
That's like entitlement. It's kind of like, bro, okay, those guys who work at Amazon, bro, they make 40 bands a year, but the amount they make Amazon is probably like 2 million, 3 million for all their work, you know? It's just part of the game. Like, that's how you make money.
But as the image has been portrayed, and then I'm also going to hear, but Kendrick already told you he's not your savior. Listen, the way the image has been portrayed, I'm here to put on for the coast, I'm helping people, all this type of shit. And then you lowballed a bunch of artists with 10 racks or freaking royalties, and 6 of them took the freaking 10 racks. You could have been like, bro, don't take the 10 racks, bro. Take the royalties.
Nah, but I feel like even him presenting the choice is even G, because it's like, some niggas is on some like, yo, fuck that royalties. Like, I'm fucked up right now.
Okay, so here's 10 racks. Hold that, and you're gonna get royalties soon.
Nah,
No, you can't have both, bro.
Why not?
That's not the real world, though, bro.
Do we need to go and look on ChatGPT how much money that album made? That one album, remember, it got 3 Grammys or 4 Grammys.
Okay, but there's not only rappers that are featured on it, and there's like a few rappers. There's
Who
also
else is there? SZA.
But there's producers and stuff as well.
engineers.
There's probably like a promotion team. Like there's beer niggas that have to get paid. I can't give everyone everything, and I have nothing.
But
Well, before you go, with the exception of Mustard, I don't even want to know what the producers got paid if them niggas is only getting 10 racks a freaking verse.
But I feel like Mustard didn't even get paid up front for the beat. Like he probably took the back end pause. Like he probably
Facts.
only took royalties because he knows how the game goes and he doesn't need the money right away. Whereas other mans will be like, okay, $10,000. Like I need that today. I need to pay my rent like tomorrow. You know.
But you know this, okay? And then you know that they're gonna be fucked up later. So if you're supposed to be a good guy, you have pictures wearing a crown of thorns. Give them a freaking 5-10 racks, hold that, and then I'll take it back from you guys later when the royalties come in. But don't fuck yourself out of the royalties in the long run that you can feed your family like I'm gonna do.
You can't baby grown men
niggas,
at the end of the day. Plus, what I will say is I kind of hear your point where it's like if Kendrick's trying to like promote Black love and Black excellence, and like maybe this was an opportunity to give potential generational wealth to these Black artists, like maybe he should have tried to push them to take the royalties. But the fact that he gave them a choice is honorable.
Look at Magic Johnson, like that whole what was it, Converse Nike ordeal or whatever, where it's like one company was offering the bag, the other company was offering the royalties. Oh, fuck that royalty share. That's stupid, blah, blah, blah. The man went with the bag, and the royalties that he would have gotten would have made him like billions and billions over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like,
But he didn't have nobody who already had the experience to put their hand on his shoulder and be like, bro, don't make that move.
but how do you know that, man? How do you know that he didn't say that? Like, yo, are you sure you don't want the royalties, fam? This will bless you. But it's like, nah, like.
I gave a solution.
Nah, but people get excited when things are in front of them, you know? So it's like, you don't even have the foreshadowing of, okay, if I hold it down for like a year, the stock of this company will go up crazy. So let me say no to the money up front.
I'm just saying, I have a solution. It's don't even have to give them the option. Here's 10 racks, and I'm going to take that back from you when the royalties come in.
So I have to do that to everybody that ever features on me for like ever? Like, that's
No,
crazy.
not everybody, because everybody else you work with are already established artists. This is the album that you're putting on. This is when it dropped. Everybody's like, yo, this guy's actually putting on for the city, unlike the other guy. But the other guy, the people that he's put on have friggin' way more money and received way more than 10 racks from Drake.
Drake didn't even clear the fucking video for Snow Day. The man had to make a claymation
The song's
shit.
not even cleared.
The man had to do 6 of them. He had to Fiverr or whatever. He had to pay like a bill to beer animations and shit. I'm like,
Okay.
V-Soap Films did that.
Not to cape for Drake, but the song wasn't even cleared. It never got released on streaming platforms. The people who originally made the song, when it was posted on social media, they were like screwing up their face, like, what the hell is this?
Okay, that's an example of him putting up for a local artist. Another example is National Treasure. But when the album dropped, where's the Pressiverse? Gone.
Yeah, but he already took him on tour and freaking made him his career.
Okay, so I just feel like, how much could you do for an artist where it's like, okay, I did enough? I feel like there's always going to be something you could point at.
Hold on. He did that and then doubled back how many years later and then still gave him a verse, even if it got taken off. I put you on and I still continue to look out for you niggas. Those guys were at the freaking embassy playing basketball at one point in time, and that was like part of the plot twist. Smiley, when he first got on, got a Drake verse right away off the hop, and there's one that didn't even come out, okay? And he was flexing because he was buying his mama a yard.
Okay, so do you feel like Drake paid Smiley to be on Over the Top?
No, I think that the money that he made was more than 10 racks, and it was able to hold him down. His advance was probably more than 10 racks, and he was like, you know what? And the opportunities that came out of being around Drake, because Drake stayed around, he didn't just freaking evaporate and then disappear after he freaking benefited off of these artists. He could see him next to these guys, pictures, videos, help benefit because his likeness is next to Drake.
So these
Kendrick is a freaking shut in or whatever that disappears, and now the artists are freaking fucked up.
So why does the artist have to get business and financial advice from another artist? Like they don't have no team, no management, no one around them?
No, I'm not saying that. But if you're gonna put on, then fucking put on. Because or don't criticize the next man calling him a culture vulture, saying he doesn't put on when he's been doing way more than just giving 10 racks to a few bum ass artists.
I don't think Kendrick never say he's a culture vulture for not putting on. He said he's a culture vulture for putting on the costumes and the shit.
The what? The blackface and all that?
He just said all the accents and stuff. But I'm not saying that's just what he was saying. I don't mind. I don't mind that subject.
Don't worry. We'll get to the accents and stuff from West Coast niggas in a second. Okay? And cultural appropriation coming from over there. All right? It's looking really weird over there. Listen, I want to go there one day, so I'm not just trying to diss y'all niggas, but yo, it looks weird over there, fam. Everything's kind of flipped on its head.
But I just don't think that you can expect your employer to have your best interest at heart. Your employer has their own best interest at heart. So whoever's paying you is thinking about their bottom line. You need a separate manager. You need someone to be like, yo, don't do that. Take the royalties. Trust me, they're trying to screw you over. They always do this.
And here's another thing, like respectfully, like some of them niggas verses is only worth 10 bands, bro. I listened to the album, fam. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the man said 4 words over.
And he
crazy.
got 10 bands.
You know what I mean? Like,
at least he got to go to the awards and stuff. Because that was one of the biggest songs, and he performed it.
Like, who the hell is Hitter
times.
J3? Would have never ever heard of this nigga, but at least he was able to get something, you know what I mean? Like,
he's probably one of the ones who took royalties because that's his cousin.
You know, so like, I don't know. I feel like as an up-and-coming artist, to be featured on one of the most like anticipated albums and get some bread off it or royalties, like that's a W.
I just feel that your man, Kendrick Under the Light, don't really add up to the amount of putting on. Yo, Drake even put him on. He put him on his first fucking tour.
Okay, here's another thing. I'm not gonna say what show it is, you know what I mean? But there's like
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Okay, there's a show out here, you know what I mean? That is like, hey, I don't wanna like explain it too hard, it's gonna give it away, but it's very cultural, you know what I mean? Like it's a show that's like on television, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And like basically
there's only like a 2 or
like they pay actors and stuff, obviously, you know what I mean? So I have an agent, so I received auditions to be on the show or whatever, right? So I seen what the actors were being paid on that show, like, you know what I mean? And it was nothing crazy, like, it was supposed to be a show that's like for the culture, for the people, whatever, It's supposed to be made from people from the city that are like for the culture, for the people. So one could be like, oh, you guys are supposed to be up. Why are you paying the actors them this? Or why are you paying the creators them this? You know
they're
what
not
I mean?
up. Because they just got a deal and they're like, yo, we're trying to make this work because they're up and coming. We're talking about a guy who's 5 albums in.
He went independent though. Like he's not with the label and shit no more.
Let's don't do that.
What do you mean don't do that?
He has the tenure of 5 albums in the game. He's a multi-platinum, Pulitzer Prize winning artist, okay, who has this amount of leverage, who at the time had the hottest song in the world. I think you can offer these guys a little bit better of a future.
But I just feel like every rich person sort of operates like this, because doesn't Kanye own Big Sean? Oh, Big Sean, like $30 million or something? Like 8 million or something.
We gave it to him.
Okay, but the thing is, you can't we should compare Kendrick to other millionaires because he's just a regular man like everybody else. I'm not speaking to you guys. You guys have fucking sense and logic. I'm talking to these freaking weirdos that got me on Twitter going crazy. Like, oh my God, you guys don't understand this. And what about your guy? I'm like, fam, he's the same. I'm not even saying one's better than the other. Yeah. They're all the same.
I agree
but just
with that.
accept that, like, he's just like any Jimmy Iovine, you know, whatever kind of shrewd businessman. He's not your savior. He's not here to save the culture or make a shift. He's here to make some bread like everybody else and cut some fucking corners.
But I feel like you could do both. Like, it doesn't have to be either or. Like, you know what I mean? I could put you niggas on, but I also don't have to give you every dollar in my bank account. Like,
of course not. But I'm just saying, for his fans, because he don't even move like, yo, I'm supposed to be that guy.
Yeah.
His fans pushed him to be this guy that is only here to save the culture. No, bro. Yes, I could save the culture, but like, just know I might be giving a few niggas a little bit less money so I can get this culture saved. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it neither. It's just
No,
that
but I
when
feel
they
you.
find out
Yeah.
that homie's not paying as much money,
They do want to cape for him, you know.
they find a way to move the fucking goalpost. Well, they should have. And not that you guys have moved the goalpost. You guys are saying the sensible
We
things.
justified it though, yeah.
Yes, you justified it, and you used the same things that Dave said. But you guys never put him on the pedestal that he could do no wrong.
Type shit.
You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers on Twitter, especially, they have him like, yo, you guys are freaking glazing this culture vulture. And I'm like, fam, all of you guys are all the same in the same dirty industry. If you didn't know how to move like that, you'd be dead. Like socially.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? So we can't get mad now when we find out Kendrick to say, here's 10 racks, or I'm gonna put you on for the look. Like,
Hey.
who would have thought that Kendrick would say that too? Yeah. Everybody says it. Surprise. And we could even get into Jay-Z right now because people are saying he's a culture vulture for this whole Target partnership that he's doing right now. Okay.
Classic Jay-Z move.
Yes. Okay. And I think I hope we don't go in circles, but we might get into the same conversation again.
Jigga.
Because right now, just to give some context, he has the 20-something anniversary or whatever.
I think 30th?
I think it's 30th anniversary of Reasonable Doubt. Yeah, 30th anniversary, right? Because it came out in 96. So what they're doing is they're offering special edition vinyls or whatever at Target only. Different covers and stuff.
Oh, so they want all the niggas to start going to Target again.
So, and that's the thing, man. Them or like black people in America had boycotted Target.
Yeah, they've been.
For a while, because they took away the DEI initiative. They were supposed to receive like upwards amounts of millions of dollars towards the DEI initiative. Then Trump came into office. And they were like, yeah, no more DEI. We ain't doing that no more. And then they were like, okay, but what about the bread? And they were like, nah, we ain't doing that no more neither. So then that in turn made people go on a boycott. I forgot exactly who started it, but they were like, we're boycotting Target.
Isn't in the files or whatever, wasn't Jay-Z wasn't there emails where they're like, oh, we need to get the black people on our side. We'll get Jay-Z to do it type thing.
I feel I heard something like that. But there's so much stuff when it comes to Jay-Z. It's like...
Well, this would be a classic example of like that in motion where it's like, oh, how are we going to get the niggas back in Target? Oh, put the Jay-Z album in there. Kind of like remember what we did with Samsung back in the day? Yeah, we'll run the same play again.
Or remember what we did with the NFL when everybody was boycotting for Cap?
Yep.
Right? We passed that. Isn't that what he said?
Yeah.
Those were his exact words verbatim.
And it worked, bro. It actually worked like so smooth back then.
The ratings probably went back up like crazy. Oh, the blacks are back. Right?
It's like, oh, we'll just give them some entertainment.
Yeah. And then now he's been taking over the Super Bowl halftime show for how long? We've gotten to see how much stuff. But when it comes time to pacify the people, get Jay-Z. Is he a culture vulture or not? Because I made a tweet saying I never thought I'd live long enough to see Jay-Z become a culture vulture, which is low-key kind of going viral too. And it's kind of 50-50.
I don't know about culture vulture. He's more like, you know those snake oil salesman type niggas?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like he just gives those vibes where like, where he walks in, it's like he's going to try to like, okay, let's say you're in a crib or whatever. You take your shoes off at the door.
Yeah.
Remember walk in, see your shoes, and then try to sell it back to you type shit. You know what I mean? Like, he's one of them type niggas.
Yeah, but that's like stealing from inside of a culture, right?
You know what he reminds me of, and this might sound crazy, but remember in Django how Django had to be like a black slaver, like a black slave owner?
Yeah.
He's kind of like that, where it's like to appease the whites, like he kind of got to be like extra, I don't know, like dictating on the blacks. Like, I feel like he's more like that, where it's like, he just has so much power in the black community, but he uses it to help the white man in a way. That's how I see him.
Yeah, and before we even move forward, like, what is a culture vulture? Like, I know I have a definition in my mind, but can we like get a defined definition of what a culture vulture is?
My definition is someone that takes, like, they enter a culture that they don't belong to, take from it and without putting back or without even intention of putting back.
Okay, and it could only come from somebody outside of the culture. It can't be somebody in the culture.
Yeah, I think it would have to be a different term.
Okay. What about you, Zar?
I would go with the same definition. But yeah, it would have to be someone from outside the culture because I don't think you could be a culture vulture for your own culture.
Yeah, you're just like
a manipulator.
Slime, yeah, you're just slimy.
You're just taking advantage.
Yeah, but like if the vulture aspect, like, okay, like the nature of a vulture is like you're picking on like dead bodies. Okay, so people who are in a compromised position, basically, or a dying body. You know what I'm saying? So as far as like to bring it back to the metaphor, okay, you're going to a vulnerable culture, you're going in there, you're benefiting, and then you're taking that money and taking it outside of the culture. That also can come from within the culture, in my opinion, too. Where like that person, you're coming inside of the culture, you're inside the culture already, right?
It probably normally comes from inside the culture.
Right? You take now that money because you have that influence inside the culture, and then you're helping to fund these bigger freaking corporations outside of the culture that don't even give a fuck about the culture. NFL, Target, freaking, he had the Jay-Z blue Cadillac at one point in time. So it doesn't matter who we get in bed with. I'm the one who's going to bring the culture and let them spend the money with y'all and bring it outside the culture. It's not like he's bigging up black businesses.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
he is a black business.
He is, and he has done that. So we're not going to take away what Jay-Z's contributions he's done. And I'm sure he's done a lot of philanthropy to other people. But like these people who's getting in bed with, as he should, it's not only like he's getting in bed with a bunch of white businesses and black businesses too. It's only like these big white corporations. There's black corporations too.
Because he's always on some like, oh, yo, I'm just trying to get at the table, then I'm going to bring us all in type shit. But like every time.
Okay, so when that going to happen?
I was about to say, every time he gets in the room, like he just closes the door behind him type shit.
Yeah.
And then like, oh, yo, it's in there, guys. I got you though. They said next week, we're going to go to the next level. I'm going to bring you guys to the door. Okay. And then, you know, like the man, he never forwards for us.
So let me make an argument on the other side for Jay-Z. Could it be in the way where I got in the door, NFL-wise? And I put Dr. Dre on the stage and had like this West Coast celebration with 50 Cent and everybody that even popped out not from the West Coast.
But
right?
that didn't change anything that was like the initial problem, you know?
And let's be honest, like, okay, let's say he's giving money to Dr. Dre, right?
Man's already a billionaire.
Dr. Dre probably spends so much money into these white corporations. Like he probably puts so much of his assets into like these white stocks. Like, you know, like NASDAQ or like, you know, there's like white corporations that is that culture, is that being a culture vulture or cultural appropriation? Because like you're taking the money outside of that community that made you the money and you're bringing it into like this white family who has like hundreds of years, like Louis Vuitton or like some of these companies.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what most niggas do.
But we're not going to call them culture vultures at that point. That's just like.
I'm literally wearing Tommy
capitalism.
Hilfiger right now. You know what I mean? This is a black gold brand. I took my money outside the culture for this.
Well, they say
you made your money off a dance hall gig and gave it to Tommy Hilfiger.
Well, there's a saying, and I forget exactly what the saying is.
Well, I wore my own shirt the other day. Man, them cooked me for that. You know, so you can't win.
Can't win.
Yeah. But they're saying inside, like, I forgot what the saying is. Maybe you guys could remind me, like, a dollar only circulates in the black culture like one time or something like that.
Yeah, like in the Jewish community, it's like 90 times or whatever. In the Asian community, it's like 60 or whatever. For us, it's like a percent, like a 0.1 type thing.
Yeah, we were like, I'm gonna go over here.
But I even hear when black people talk about like local black brands or businesses, like you guys even look down on it. Like, man, I ain't gonna wear that shit.
It's not that I ain't gonna wear that shit. Sometimes it's just like, sometimes it feels overpriced, but then it's like, yo, bro, we're trying to start up a business. There's always like a counter argument.
The thing is, we don't look at our brands the way we look at white brands type shit. Because when we go to a white store, you know, like we're not expecting the best service. We're not expecting them to kiss our feet or whatever. But if we go into a black spot, the moment that they're not like sucking us off, the moment they're not like all on our, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, they didn't give us good service, so I'm never going back there. Don't support them type shit.
Yeah, and we also like the hook up too much.
You know?
Like we don't go to Holt Renfrew and be like, yo, so what? Mans can't give me like that $350 shirt for $300, fam. Walk on. But we'll go walk into a black establishment, like a brick and mortar store, and be like, yo, that shirt for $45. So a man can't give it for 35, like
type shit.
Like, come on, fam. It's like a local brand, brethren. Like, come on.
And you don't know that it costs the local brand way more to like manufacture whatever
like
they're selling. Yeah, like they're only making $5 on it, whereas like the major company, they're making those shirts for like $2, and they're selling it for like $2, and you're like, yeah, here you go. Like
you might be highballing it for $2,
2 cents.
You know what I'm saying? These guys are getting bulk orders and different things like that for like multiple retail outlets.
Do you think you could shop black businesses only for a month straight?
I don't really shop that much, so
like coffee.
I think
food.
due to redlining, it'll be very difficult because like even with grocery stores and stuff, like the food that's imported is controlled by certain groups. You know what I mean? So like if you're not in with them, like you're not getting the good vegetables, you're not getting the good stuff. You know?
There are like African convenience or African grocery stores, Jamaican grocery stores, like. You could do it. It might cost you a little more though.
Is all that stuff imported from different like islands and countries, or is it like
even if like they're the ones who bought it, like they're the ones who are putting the money up front?
Yeah,
so,
no,
like,
it is possible,
okay,
but like let's say if someone's not driving or whatever, like, and they live in like like it's gonna be difficult for them to go to a black-owned grocery store on the other side of the city and then bring it back. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
I think it's possible, bro.
It's definitely possible.
Yeah, I'm down to try it. Like, I'm not here to do like a challenge right now, but like it's not something that I'm against. Like, okay, get all my groceries and stuff from a black-owned business, man. You know what I'm saying? If I want to, instead of going to Tim Hortons and giving them freaking $10 a day or whatever I give them, go to a black-owned coffee shop.
Or you can go to a black-owned Tim Hortons franchisee. Like the franchise owner could be black, and like
maybe
he's still a business.
Like, how are we gonna find that?
Just do the work.
Maybe he's watching this video.
That's to do the knowledge. Like that's
do the knowledge.
It's impossible. Like
do the knowledge, bro.
Okay, you could just search black-owned coffee shops.
I'm not gonna say it's impossible. You know what I mean? But like maybe black-owned businesses have to do better at promoting themselves or whatever. But I do think that it's just like redlining and stuff. I remember in Scarborough Town Center they had that black-owned store or whatever, like actually in Scarborough Town Center, and they're gonna open one in Eaton Center. But I guess they weren't getting enough support, so they had to close it down and then go back to online. But she was killing it online. She was doing phenomenal.
Yeah.
But when she tried to make like a physical store, it just didn't translate.
Yeah, she didn't get the support.
Where I live around, which is around Victoria Park and Danforth, to dox myself, it's a lot of Bengalis, and they have Bengali stores, Bengali clothing stores, Bengali banks, like. And they always just go there, bro. There's a Metro across the street. There's a Shoppers Drug Mart across the street.
And like in those communities, so like, okay, even with the Habisha Shati, when I took her to, that's like an Ethiopian community. So they have like their convenience stores,
barbershops, everything.
So I'm sure everyone in that area is gonna go to it, but like the Ethiopian niggas in Whitby is not gonna go all the way to fucking Queen Street West.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
To get some bananas and you know what I mean? And
go all the way back.
But that's if they want to just only support black businesses or businesses in their community. Like, okay, I might have to travel. If not, and they just want to be practical, okay, I'm going to have to do this, do that. But when they get an opportunity, a lot of these people in their culture, they're like, all right, I might have to go to this area and go check out this shop. Like, they're beyond it like that.
But I do that as well. Like, enough shatis get cheese because I have to make the shatis choose the date spots more times because I'm only taking them to Jamaican spots, respectfully. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Due to my comfort because I like that food the best, but also like I want to support my people.
So what area in the city, if you wanted to only shop from black-owned businesses, what is the best area in the city?
Well, remember, black is a diaspora.
Let's say
right?
Caribbean.
Okay, so Caribbean, and I guess my knee-jerk reaction would be Eglinton West.
And that's for everything, one-stop shop, like food, clothing, pharmacies.
There's a lot of things there.
Like, it's been tough lately, so like it's not the same Egg West as it used to be, but when it was flourishing, you could have done that. You could have went and got your gear. You could have got your hair done, nails done.
It's difficult, bro. It's not happening, bro.
Not anymore.
I just feel like, okay, if Ashati was doing that, you know what I mean? Like, okay, if she was looking like an 8 or a 9 before, like she should be looking like a 6 or a 7. All the good product, like respectfully, like where she getting all the good stuff, like bro.
Nah, fam. Eglinton West people used to come from other areas to go to their hairdressers over there. And go buy their hair and shit.
You talking about like beauty supply stores and things?
I'm just talking about this, like even just getting your everyday stuff, bro. Just like, yo, imagine how taxing it's gonna be. It's like, okay, I need to get 3 items from the grocery store, but fuck, I have to go all the way to Egg West now. Like,
no, I'm saying for the people in the like, or I don't know if you're saying like, if you're
nah,
in
he's talking,
the area,
he's talking about just like in general, like let's say like, or did you switch it now?
No, I was just saying like which area is the best like locale for like black-owned businesses. I'm not saying like
you have to live there.
Yeah, but like I guess it would make sense if you lived there.
If you live in that area, it's perfect. Like I don't have to leave my neighborhood and I can actually circulate my dollars.
So that's just bring back segregation type shit. So it'll be easy. Everything's in one spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's literally what it is. Then a lot of cultures have their own like enclaves in the city where it's like, yo, they literally have Chinatown, bro.
Greek town,
multiple.
You know what I'm saying?
3 Chinatowns.
Little Italy, which is not really Italian anymore, but Vaughn, pretty much. You know, where it's like, yo, they will go out their way to go to a local espresso shop instead of going to Starbucks or Tim's, you know?
Danforth, you could be Greek as you want to be and then go to multiple Greek establishments, go to Greek grocery stores. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, as somebody who's with a person who's a Greek girl, like, you know, they stay inside of their shit. It's not like they're just like, obviously, you know, people buy groceries from No Frills and other places, you know what I'm saying? But like they buy a lot of Greek shit.
There are West Indian stores and stuff and like Caribbean shops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like even back in the day when I would go grocery shopping with my Dukes, there was in Malvern, there was like a No Frills on the top and then there was like a West Indian store at the back. And then we would go to both, you know? But there was certain things that the No Frills had that the West Indian store, it just didn't have, you know what I mean? And like, we have to go and get it, you know? So
there's certain essentials you got to get, but like, you know, there's ways of doing it. But yo, we straight far from Jay-Z, but
I didn't even cook him as much as we should have.
I don't know if he needed to be cooked that much. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Everybody's trying to get their bread. Kendrick, Jay, everybody trying to get their bread, bro. Let me ask you guys about this. Is this cultural appropriation?
I want to give a quick minute to give a shout out to Exotic Hot Pots, Canada's loudest brand. From high-grade strains to authentic grabba and all the rolling essentials, Exotic Hot Pots is about elevating your smoking session in true 5-star fashion. If you want delivery, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page, Exotic Hot Pot, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop crew sent you. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer!
And salute to the YouTube audience. We'll be back in just a second. I'm going to play a song for you by a gentleman by the name of Felix Flexen.
Big tune.
From the group Shoreline Mafia. Okay. I think that's enough right there.
Love it.
You guys already know the song. Okay. That for the listening audience who got to hear that for the first time, that is Rubbers by Fenix Flexen. I call him Felix Flexen. Fenix Flexen and Perps on the beat.
I guess he means rubbers in the sense of like putting rubber bands around money.
Yeah.
But as a Jamaican, when we hear rubbers, we just think about Jimmy's.
Yeah. Now, one take, Jake, if you could put this up on the screen. This is the AI picture of Fenix over here in the UK. I watched a Trapler Ross video saying that this is not a scene from like around Big Ben. There's nothing that looks like that around that area. To the point where he said this is AI so bad that he's not even sitting on a bench because there's no bench here. He's just like, just kind of like on a fake ledge.
He's floating.
Right? But he's totally in his UK phase. He's saying that this song, you could take it off the screen. Thank you, Jake. He's saying that this song is inspired by like a UK 80s type of thing. And Fenix Flexen has also spoke about this on Complex. Everybody's cool with it. Y'all spoke about this before.
Mm-hmm.
Are y'all, is this where, one, this is where music is going? And two, is this cultural appropriation?
Okay, well, when I heard it, because it's been going viral on TikTok, I immediately could tell it was AI.
What?
He's denying that it's AI, though.
That's the third question. Is it AI?
He's denied that it's AI.
He has.
Nah, he has to perform that shit live for me to believe it still, respectfully. He has to perform that shit live for me to believe it, bro. Because even if it's... Because I feel like when he's saying it's not AI, it's not, I didn't put a prompt in and it's not my... I feel like maybe it might be his voice, but they use like certain... I don't think that's just him raw, pause. You know?
Hey, you.
Well, I think they did like some auto tune and some tuning and stuff. Like he commented on it in detail about like, oh, people are saying it's AI, but my engineer did this, that. Any promotion is good promotion. So it could be AI, could not be AI.
And he spoke about his influences also. He said he used to listen to a lot of like 80s pop and stuff like that as a kid.
I like it. I like it a lot.
But like, hold on, my bad.
Okay, so if somebody uses, you know, those voice boxes, you know,
a vocator.
The Bruno Mars.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or like what Kanye's bedroom was using on
Roger Troutman thing. It's Roger Troutman's son that was using it, but it's called
Troutman. Yeah.
It's called a vocator.
Yeah. So is that not a form of like not AI, but like you're changing your you know what I mean? Like that's not you.
No, but that's just like, I guess like audio technology, but like there's no different from like a friggin' reverb machine or like an echo. Like it's still like adding something to your voice that's
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but like, okay, let's say
it's not AI though. You can't say it's AI. It's not
but
artificial
okay, like let's say he's not actually using but like let's say he's saying it, then he put the prompt like, oh, make my voice sound like this.
Mm-hmm.
So why are you guys saying that? Is it because of the tone of his voice, or it's not because of the accent?
The tone and the beat and everything, I don't know, it just didn't feel real, you know? But it could be, it could be.
Like
auto-tune, the same thing, right? Auto-tune is like you're manipulating your voice.
No, I agree with that. I think that's all forms of like
low-key AI,
you know, but like, I don't think it's a bad thing. Like I was gonna say, like I heard it was immediately AI, or I thought it was AI immediately, but I still thought it was a banger. I was rocking with it, you know, and like everyone seemed to love it. So I feel like you can't really choose what the audience gravitates to type shit.
Before we get to the other parts of the track, for him to just mimic an 80s track, because people are doing that these days. They're remaking 80s beats.
But The Weeknd did that. Tory did that.
Tory's doing that. Like music is cyclical, right? Why for him to go and just pretend like he's one of his favorite freaking 80s band, does it automatically have to be like, oh, that must be AI? Anybody can go in the studio and just mimic another band.
It's not just the mimicking. It was just like how the track sounded more so.
What, the mix of making it sound like an old school track?
Like it sounded unnatural is what you're saying.
Yeah, type shit. Because, you know, like that Many Men 50 Cent remake that Joe Rogan was spamming for the longest time, you know, like the voice, it just sounded too perfect, you know? So even him, like the voice, it sounds perfectly unperfect, if you get what I'm saying, you know? Like
I just think that he got a really good engineer. And like, remember, they're up. They're also part of like a group. And even since Shoreline Mafia kind of like split members, or they stayed together. They just dropped 2 members.
Okay.
Right? Even since then, they've still been going up just quietly. You know what I'm saying? So they could afford to just have the most pristine engineering done on this. But like, as far as like even the appropriation part, everybody, like the LA rap group that's making this 80s UK pop sounding thing. Everybody's loving the song. It has 5 million streams. I'm looking over here on Spotify. You guys said it's going viral. Everybody's just cool with a cultural appropriation just like that?
I don't really think it's cultural appropriation for a couple reasons. Like, one, that UK like disco wave was inspired by American black music even, you know? So it's almost like who was appropriating first, like these white UK artists that were going in on these beats who were like obviously inspired by like black disco, which was like before. So it's almost like he might have more claim to that genre as a black dude than from America than like these UK dudes who like took it from there and then brought it back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they were mimicking something that, and this is like 80s music, right? They were mimicking stuff that they were hearing in the 70s and like early 80s that black people were doing. It's not like when we were doing it with a British accent because they blew the shit up. We just continue to do it with our own accent. Why? Okay, you're taking it back. Why I got to do it in
a British accent?
It doesn't sound too UK of an accent, but he admitted that like half his day he talks in a British accent. So
he literally trained himself to be able to go and get ready and do the song.
Yeah, but look at all these UK artists that sing in an American accent. Like, we don't really bat an eye for those people.
Are they singing in an American accent, or we just can't hear their accent when they're singing?
No, they specifically sing in an American accent. There's only like a couple UK singers that actually you could hear their UK accent.
Yeah, like Phil Collins, maybe.
Like, because like even A.W.O.L, like You don't hear her UK accent when she sings.
Yeah.
But it's done purposely.
Or like One Direction, like you don't hear their UK accent.
That's what makes you beautiful. And the inspiration behind that track is a woman that I met down in Crowsbury.
even the Beatles like kind of sounded American.
So then it's just fair play to just do it back on the other side. And it's like, I can just be an American or Canadian.
But like, what's wrong with this getting inspiration and like doing a parody type track, you know? Like
I have no problem with it.
I feel like
I'm cool.
I don't know if it's parody. I feel like it's serious because I feel like his other songs haven't like matched this. Like this is like
going up.
Yeah. And he even made another one with Tyga.
Not parody in the sense of like he's making. I just feel like he was on some like, yo, you know what? Let me just fuck around type shit. Like, let me just make something free that like I always wanted to make since you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've been in this rap label for so long, in this box or whatever. Like
I also feel like music is going there. There's a lot of people who are making this type, like you just mentioned earlier, The Weeknd. Tory Lanez just did the whole slutty bass thing. So it's going there.
And like you said, this is like 80s type vibe, right? Like he seems like maybe he's like maybe mid 30s, maybe close to 40.
No, he's like young 30s, those guys, if anything.
Okay, so young 30, mid 30s. But
they're like your generation.
So you don't think he'll be like kind of like hip to that music when he was growing up type shit?
Yeah, he might have heard it in the house, like, or he might have done some research, you know what I'm saying? I just think that that's where music is going. The reason I said I got no problem with it, okay? And listen, I know they call us the Drake cast or whatever. I got no problem with it. Culture, do whatever accent you want. Just don't get mad and then have a whole pylon when Drake decides, you know, when I'm on chat, niggas be like, oh, here we go again. Now he's freaking London Drake, and then now he's Drizzy Marley. It's okay to do accents.
I agree as someone that likes to do impersonations and accents and stuff. Like, I feel like if you're a true creative, especially if you're coming from like a comedy or theater or dramatic background, like you understand that you can get inspired by different things. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Nacho made like a whole comedy music album. We have like a rock track. You know what I'm saying? And it's like inspiration from like rock tracks, but we're not trying to like claim that we're like hardcore rock artists, but it's like, yo, we liked doing that. You know what I'm saying?
You're not culture vulturing off a rock.
So I think if you're a non-creative and you're like, you can only be this, then you're going to think it's cultural appropriation or being a culture vulture. But if you're a true creative and you understand that you can get inspirations from, you know, several different facets.
It would be culture vulture if it's like, oh, yo, rock is on a wave right now. Yo, Zoie, let's make a band real quick and like let's just try to blow up off some type. You know what I mean?
And we don't actually care about rock or listen to rock or like rock culture.
That happened. We'd be doing that, bro.
Who?
The whole party like a rock star wave happened, fam. Where everybody would just rock and roll appropriating like a motherfucker. Wayne was like the leader of it.
But that's like reclaiming rock in a way, because like rock was black.
Rock was black,
and Wayne was always on his skater shit. So I feel like again, that's something that he always wanted to do. But he was surrounded by bloods. He was kissing Birdman and shit. So he didn't have much leeway.
Yeah.
When he finally got some freedom, he's like, "Yo, fuck that. We doing like a rock album." You know?
Yes, but and listen, Zoie, I know you always have good intentions in your takes. It wasn't reclaiming rock. We weren't like, oh, it's time for us to reclaim rock and roll. Some people justified it that way because it's true. But we were like, that's hot right now. Oh, the Blink 182 and all them, they're going up right now. Okay, let me try some of that.
What do you mean? That was like the tail end of rock. After that, rock was dead.
Yes, because we appropriated it and then we killed it.
Nah. I think rock was already kind of like dying at that point. Like, niggas was just trying to be like Wayne, bro. At that point, Wayne was quote unquote best rapper alive, you know what I mean? And like whatever Wayne said at that point went. Like Wayne was God at that point, bro.
I just know when rappers started running around calling themselves rock stars, because that was a thing, right? And it birthed even later on in the future, man's like Lil Uzi Vert, right? It wasn't because we're taking back our freaking culture.
No.
It was just like that was hot, or it was hot to be different than all of these gangster rappers.
No, it was really Lil Wayne.
I feel like the mans who were making rockstar music was like on some Wayne shit, but I feel like artists forever compared themselves to rock stars when they felt rebellious or they felt like they wanted to like fuck some shit up, you know?
Yes, But you know, from the like early 90s, early 2000s, like there wasn't like a rock wave until we saw some hot rock shit going on.
But it's not like you guys were moving like Sum 41 or like Blink 182. Like actually rock was getting softer and then it almost became more hardcore when rap kind of fused with it because like at that point you had like Weezer, Maroon 5, Blink 182, All American Rejects. Like rock was not like Kiss or Led Zeppelin or like the hardcore like sex, drugs, and rock and roll. It was almost
soft, pretty boy, and
like Coldplay was getting, you know, like
you guys don't remember a cringy phase of hip hop where everybody was fake playing guitar.
Well, like party like a rock star.
That was so
he's talking about How to Love. That's only you only talk about Wayne.
No, that's not. It was only Wayne. There was a lot of rappers that were like getting on this. I'm a rock star.
I'm trying to remember. I was doing acoustic shit, but it was. I don't
Wayne
think
started it. And then from there, we got, I forgot who the party with like a rock star guy was.
But that wasn't acoustic. That was like heavy, hard hitting.
Low key D12 with Eminem, like they started like adopting a lot of like rock guitars in their beats.
But what about like 3 6 Mafia and them niggas? You know, like they weren't like doing a lot of the guitar stuff, but they were like taking a lot of like the devil imagery from like the metal bands and shit, you know?
Yeah. The whole 666 imagery and stuff like that. Yeah. But they weren't like fake, like doing slow-mo guitars in their freaking music videos and shit like that.
That really was Wayne, bro.
Like there's a Busta Rhymes video, right? The one with him and Janet Jackson. I wanna get your body wet. You know that song there?
Yeah, that's a big tune.
He's like smashing. He's wearing like a freaking all like a one piece rock and roll like
but
shimmery
that's like,
suits.
isn't that like in the 90s?
No, that's like early 2000s, if the late 90s, but it's like more early 2000s because there was more money in hip hop at that point, like big budgets.
And probably
he's smashing guitar in slow-mo in the video. There's not even any guitars playing in the song.
Okay, so Party Like a Rockstar was like 8 years after that at least.
No, that was like 04. I want to say Party Like a Rockstar was like 04, 06. Like,
it was around all the same time, fam. It was just like cringe BT videos, bro. I was just like, when do we turn into rock stars? Like I'm glad it went away, and there's only like a couple left from it. Like I said, Lil Uzi Vert, but like we were just like, oh, that's cool over there. Let's just take that for a second, even though it originally belonged to us.
But I do think that it was also in conjunction with like the skater wave, which is also Lil Wayne. So I feel like it was just
the
Wayne.
catalyst.
It went like, and if you're gonna talk about like hip hop influences, like before Wayne, who was it? Jay-Z.
It was 50 Cent.
It was 50 Cent. That's who every man was like low riding, baggy shirts or like tank top fitted,
Tank
whatever,
tops,
like looking
cringe.
And then Wayne came through with like low riding to skinny jeans, skateboarding, Vans, Converse. And like at the same time though, while Wayne was doing that, like the Jonas Brothers were wearing skinny jeans and like there were like these like the white segment was also wearing skinny jeans.
And then Kanye kind of like, he started off with the Wayne shit with like the baggy pants, but he was incorporating like the polo stuff and like the scarf and the stutter shades. And then when Kanye started doing like the leather, the Pyrex stuff or whatever, then that's when he started taking over the fashion shit.
Okay, so last question on this, okay? Because I think we've beat this. I think we've done well on this topic here. Where is rap going? Because this is hitting. These guys are rappers. They didn't stop rapping. They're still rapping, but this is hitting. There's a couple of other examples, like Sav 4 Times, like his new album doesn't have a lot of drill songs. It has like 3, and everything else is very experimental, rock and roll-y type of shit. We heard, like I mentioned again, Tory Lanez, rapper and R&B star, but like there's a lot of people moving towards this. Like, are we gonna hear rappers actually rapping in 2027, 2028? Or are they just gonna morph into like another like genre style, but like they're still rappers?
I feel like we've already seen the beginning of the transition from I'm not a rapper, I'm an artist. You know? And I feel like a lot of rappers have kind of normalized stepping outside the realm of rap, especially Drake. You know, where it's like you don't have to be limited to just rap.
Yeah.
But then I'm not gonna call you a rapper if like you're not rapping, you know what I'm saying? So you got to incorporate it a little bit, but like you see mans like Post Malone, MGK, like these rappers, quote unquote, that like kind of transition to just general music.
Yeah.
And I feel like because rap isn't necessarily working, you can always go back to like what worked. And like I guess the 70s or the 80s has like timeless music to an extent.
And I'll give you another example before next one y'all go. J. Cole, The Fallout. That's a totally not rappy song. It's just like, can't wait for the fallout. It sounds like a white boy. I hate that song too, but it hit. Out of that freaking long list of shit that he dropped, that's one of the ones that hit. You know what I'm saying? So like, whatever, not only his fan base, but like whatever like places that they play a J. Cole song, that's the one.
Coffee shop.
Yeah, but that's the one that went. Like the singy, rock and rolly, not kind of alternative sounding song. It's like, I don't know, bro. A lot of that shit is hitting for rappers these days, bro.
But I feel like every rapper goes through a phase where like they step away. Even look at Nicki Minaj. She had a super successful pop phase, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, even where we're going in the world, like genres are fusing together, like borders are being removed. Like there's much more artistic liberty and freedom. You know what I mean? So like, I feel like we should be encouraging this.
Yeah.
I even said the other day, like, yo, as an artist, like, I know there should be like, oh, let's maintain musical integrity and learn musical theory and shit. But right now, find the catchiest shit you could do and then just drop that, bro.
Yeah, that's why I fuck with Sav. Even though like it didn't, people were comparing it to Doovies and how Doovies charted and his didn't. But like, bro, you took a lot of chances for somebody who a lot of people would like to keep stuck in a box. You know, when I heard the song One, I was like, who the fuck's album am I listening to? Like, this is different. Like from when I first heard the beat come in, I was like, am I about to hear some rock and roll shit? I fuck with it, fam. Try it out. If one of those songs out of, let's say, 10 of them that he made or 8 of them that he made hits, and they're like, oh, that's the same guy who like did the Clipper shit, hey, bonus.
But for someone whose album just came out, like I haven't really been seeing or hearing much from either.
He needs maybe, and listen, salute to the people who are helping him with his team. Maybe his team needs to start pushing some of those experimental songs out and see how it works. And just be like, yo, and without no visual, nothing, like, try this, playlist this somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
Radio station, can you play this on Flow? And people might be just driving home to it every day like, yo, I like that song, I sing to it every day. He's the same guy who's like masked up, who like does the drill rap too. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta just kind of sneak it in, fam. Pause. Right? But listen, salute to Fenix flexing. I think that song is a very interesting conversation piece as far as that making noise right now in the scene. You know what I'm saying? I was playing some Mystikal in the beginning because Mystikal got 20 years. Okay? We've reported on this before, so I just want to do a quick update. I'm going to play the news clip. One take, Jake, if you could pull this up.
Well, Michael Tyler, better known as his stage name Mystikal, was just sentenced to 20 years in prison. That's a maximum sentence for a third-degree charge. Mystikal pled guilty to the charge back in May after he was accused of choking and a woman in his home in Prairieville. He was arrested and held without bond in 2022. Mystikal faces similar charges back in 2004 for sexually assaulting his hairstylist. He spent 6 years behind bars on that charge and then became a registered sex offender.
Watch yourself.
Dr. Boy.
Yeah, bro. I don't know how much you guys have commentary on this because you weren't there in that time when Mystikal was the guy. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, there was a point. Okay, I remember it was like maybe like the Source Awards or something, and Ludacris has dropped Move Bitch.
Yeah.
So he performed that shit with Mystikal.
Oh yes, Mystikal's on that.
Yeah, and then my older brother's like, oh, Ludacris is my favorite rapper. Then I'm like, Mystikal's my favorite rapper. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
No, his verse was sick on that.
Here I go. Nah, he went crazy.
My God. I wonder if Luda has to cut that off now. Like, I can't have Mystikal on the tune, bro. Like,
That was probably the last time anyone ever said Mystikal was their favorite rapper.
No, bro. At one point in time, I used to listen to his albums when he was still signed to No Limit. Because he came from being signed to Masterpiece No Limit.
Yeah.
And then no, actually.
Man really said No Limit, eh?
Yeah, I know, right? Be cool. He started with Jive Records, so he was already signed to a label. Then he went Jive No Limit, you know, P saved him and freaking elevated his status. And I listened to 2 albums off the No Limit time, and I was like, all right, that's my guy. Then he went back to Jive after on a solo deal. And freaking that's when he went up with the Danger and all them other songs. And him and Pharrell linked up and started just making magic, like early 2000s. Bro, he was at one point you turn on the TV screen, Mystikal all the time, like that video of him in like in the desert and shit. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You see a visual when I talk about him like in a desert and
Yeah.
he's wearing like a matching kind of desert suit. That video probably made him all his money.
I'm just thinking like, I could just imagine what the BTS was like, the behind the scenes was like.
Yeah.
Like imagine like just dealing with an artist in that time, you know? Because if it's coming to light, this is what he was doing. Like imagine how he was treating the girl them on
Pre-cell phone.
You know what I mean?
While
like,
he was still young, dumb, and full of, you know what I'm saying? Because like he's old and he's still like acting that crazy. So imagine when you're young and you're just like hype, you thinking you're injected with millions of dollars. So now you think you could do whatever you want, bro. He probably was an animal back then. I'm gonna pull up the video. Danger! This is a classic video.
Yeah, this is classic stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you don't understand, fam. They played this so much. No, I'm not saying just BT. Much music, MTV. He was the guy.
Yo, you know what I'm noticing? And let me know if you guys agree with this, but all the rappers who had that sort of cadence where they're like shouting and yelling usually were like a little messed up in the head.
A little
like,
problematic.
Yeah, like I'm thinking about like even DMX. Like,
Hey, not too much on DMX.
Yo, man, shout out DMX. Lord, give me a sign. Like,
No, but he also smoked a lot of crack respectfully and made a lot of kids off of Wild Decisions. He came, ran all through Toronto, went to just some of the most dangerous situations just to go buy crack. As a platinum selling artist.
You bought crack in Toronto?
People will jump in the comments right now. Like, yeah, it was me.
What
He came to
ends?
my block. Region, he had Region running. So maybe a rumor that he had gotten robbed a couple of times. Like he was just loose. He was loose balling as the youngins say.
Yeah, who's saying that?
Loose balling, yeah.
What? You never hear the youngins say, "Yo, you loose balling, fam"? Like,
okay, I'm 30 now, you know, so I'm out of touch.
Maybe they're not. Yeah, maybe we're too old
like-
for this new term.
I know, right? Pause. But
So
yeah,
wait,
like he was just not moving. Fam, I ran into him in traffic. I'm there driving up the Don Mills, right, going towards Eglinton, and you know there's like that hill
DVP?
going off the DVP.
Yeah.
And then you're getting off that Don Mills, and you're kind of going up the hill towards Eglinton.
Yeah.
So there's usually a lot of traffic in that area. I'm there stopped at the freaking light. This is 2001 in my freaking Jimmy, maybe 2002, because he was in town shooting the movie with Jet Li.
Yeah.
Right next to me and stopped in traffic in a freaking Suburban. Bumping is going crazy.
By himself?
By himself, fam. And he's just, fam, he had no license. You know how many times DMX got freaking knocked down for no license, bro? And he's driving around Toronto, music blaring, like as if like, yo, this is my town, fam. Like, yo, bro, you have 2 platinum albums that came out in 1 year.
Now, when you don't have a license, you have to go on like you do, so you don't raise suspicion. You know those ones?
Okay. Hey, that's DMX over there.
But like you said, with Mystikal, with like the power and the youth, it's like he probably felt like, all right, bro, even if you pull me over and give me a ticket for not having a license, like I'm good, bro.
I got that.
And I'm addicted to crack.
Yeah, and this guy Mystikal, for what he's been charged with multiple times, he probably was on a power rush. Like the first time is like, I don't know if this is the same one, but actually it's a different one. Like he held his hairdresser on some kidnapping shit.
I'm about to say, like, because it's been multiple times, I don't feel like it's something that can be easily explained. There's just something wrong with his brain. You know what I mean?
Sick,
like,
man.
Do you think ODB had some like issues, or was he good?
He had mental issues.
That's
For
was
sure.
ODB good? There's
He had
nothing-
mental issues.
Yo,
So
the
maybe no one's good.
man brought the MTV cameras to the welfare office and picked up the check, bro, live
Yeah.
on TV. I remember also you watched that, like, yo, this nigga's different. dog.
Yeah, he was had serious heavy alcoholism, but it was due. There's always some kind of mental root to it. You know what I'm saying?
Remember, yo, he's like a platinum selling artist at this time, still collecting
Yes.
welfare checks. So like, low-key, the government tried to sue him or some shit.
No, and even like after when he came home from jail, because he went to jail multiple times. Okay, and he was also a yelling rapper too, right? Went to jail multiple times. When he came home, like he kept on smoking and smoking crack and drinking and stuff like that, and he blowed it up. So before he passed away, like ODB was like an extra 100 pounds more than he was in the Me and Mariah, and that video there when he was skinny and shit like that. When he came from jail, he was fat, bro, and then he died. His son told a story on Vlad, like his dad asked him to smoke, to give him some crack or whatever, like before he died.
Were those guys were also on like PCP and stuff, right?
All types of shit.
But it's a lot of artists just in general. Like even remember there's some like reggae legends.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I'm saying the right one, but I believe Gregory Isaacs is one of them. You know what I mean? There's many of them, but like
Ninja Man.
But basically, he got so addicted where like he was paying off his debts by just making albums. That's why he has like over like 100 albums or something, because he was just in debt with so many dealers and he just needed to keep paying for his addiction, where he was just in London, just in the studio all day, you know?
Yeah.
So yeller rappers, right? Like who else would you throw in there? Because I'm thinking 6ix9ine, but he didn't really have like substance abuse. His was more like
he had the one touchy
alcoholism. Though.
No, there was the alcoholism, and there was substance abuse that has, I guess, never been like as addressed. But remember, his first thing was he was on like a R-word case.
Yeah. With
Yeah,
the
it was
underage girl.
It was very weird, but like because he was underage, it was still very weird because I think he was 16 and she was like 12 or something like that.
Which
is still weird.
It was still gray area, yeah.
Screaming rappers, bro.
No, like I don't think he was fully an adult, and neither was she. Type.
Yeah, and I don't think he was the one that engaged, but he was the one that filmed it, type thing.
There was a video, and like he was like it was clouded out and all. I remember it was like a bunch of stuff that came out at the time, but also goes to the point of screaming rapper. Gotta watch out for them. Who's left before we get off this topic of yelling rappers that we listen to?
Busta Rhymes. But he's not like, I wouldn't say he's like a yeller rapper. He's just loud.
He mixes it
Does
up.
Drake scream?
No. Drake always has the monotone flow and stuff.
Okay, so what's his?
The last person I heard scream something was Mustard!
So then what's Drake's excuse if he's not a scream? Like, why is he out there?
Nah, that's a different category. But yo, Kendrick is a low-key
I'm just saying
rapper.
Okay, but what does he do? He bops up his girl a few times. Who doesn't?
Allegedly.
I'm joking.
No, but I'm just saying. These are the people who've been fucked up already, okay? The ones that examples.
Who does it is crazy.
That's going to be a soundbite for Twitter. But we already went through the ones who are problematic, who've had things happen. We got to know who's left of the screaming rappers. And then we got to just check on them and see what if there's something.
Facts.
You know, I mean, keep our eye on them. So who do we have who are screaming rappers still left? There's not really many.
I'm gonna ChatGPT it, but we had DMX. We had Mystikal.
Old Dirty Bastard.
Does Bold Crusher scream? Cause I'm outside or is it
but he's
Ja
old.
Rule? No.
Yeah, Ja Rule be screaming.
Come on, my baby.
Lil Jon is okay.
Lil Jon's been okay. Okay,
Yeah,
but you
he's
guys
good.
are bringing up old school guys. Is there any new guys that now that we need to keep our eye on moving forward that are like Cardi?
Meek Mill?
Meek Mill be kind of loud. He's always yelling.
That's screaming, but he does be yelling.
So we gotta keep his octaves are a little bit too high. So we gotta keep our eye on him.
Now my Playboy Cardi be on his Kendrick shit. You know what I mean?
And he does a little yelling too. Like he doesn't only do the baby voice.
I'm not talking about voices. He be on his Kendrick shit with women.
He is. So he's already has it yelling, and he does yelling, right? I don't listen to enough Cardi. You listen to Cardi.
Era. He had a yelling era.
He had some screaming and shit.
Yeah. He had a baby voice era. He had like a screamo era.
Oh, so then he's already on the list, our past list, the ones that have already have infractions.
Yeah.
Fat Man Scoop.
R.I.P.
He's
Pastor Troy.
I think Pastor Troy might have had a weird thing happen, but I'm not trying to put it on. I'll put a jacket on.
PD Pablo.
He wasn't really yelling though.
Not really. Bone Crusher.
There's no many new rappers. You're fighting all old rappers.
For new ones, it's saying like Meek Mill, Waka Flocka Flame, but I don't know. These are like older.
Yeah. I guess the rappers are not yelling.
NBA Youngboy.
NBA Youngboy do be yelling.
Yeah.
He do be yelling. He'd be switching to nigga. I'm like,
oh, Danny Brown.
Danny Brown yells a lot.
Well, he'd be switching it too. But it's not even yelling.
Okay,
but Mystikal was switching it too. I came in with my dick in my hand.
A real screamer,
Eminem,
a person that actually like will scream on the track. Just scream. Kanye. The man would just
he does. And weird shit's already happened.
Yeah.
No, but Kendrick does the same thing.
Yeah.
He'd be like, ah!
You know what? I think we've already answered our question. There's not really much left of guys who are yelling rappers who don't got a little bit of some shit happening.
But I feel like if you're a man dealing with yell, there's gonna be some. I'm not talking about the mystical shit. I'm talking.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not talking about
mystical.
that. I'm talking about more of like the Kendrick shit. You know what I mean? Like,
But is it a form of like aggression coming out on the other side?
That's what I'm thinking. Like, it's what is it about their style that correlates with their like?
Why you
external
yell so much? You
behavior?
beat your girl, bro?
yo, this is such a false like research theory because like you guys are
We're
like
dry, but we have made some good points.
it's false equivalences because most I can name bare artists that don't scream that also have like weird shit going on.
Okay.
And it's not gonna be.
But we ain't talking about that. We're talking about the screamers.
So I just think it's artists in general. You know what I mean? Like this, artists in general are weird. Fucked up.
You're caping for only Kendrick for some reason.
No.
He was cool when we was on Mystikal, DMX, everyone. But the moment we're like Kendrick goes ah, he's like, nah, chill. Everyone beats their girl. It's like what?
No, I'm just saying that like
chill,
creatives are just weird. You know what I mean? So like. Most mans are gonna have something like weird in their brain, you know what I mean?
But maybe it's like the style of their artistry correlates to like their what type of weird behavior they
I agree
do.
with that. I agree with that.
So like the screaming ones might be a
More
little more
aggressive.
violent.
We might need to. Okay, we'll close this because we're talking mystical, right? For the ladies, okay. PSA: if you date somebody, if you meet somebody new, and they're like, and you accept that they say, "Yo, I'm a rapper," okay.
Scary.
If you get past that part first, because you got to get past that part. I'm a rapper, and she doesn't leave. You're like, okay, you're a rapper. Keep talking. Let me hear something, and yelling starts coming out of the speaker right away. End the date, fam.
Okay, wait, I have a question. Okay, so if we're gonna correlate these screaming rappers to like violence and aggression, like how about like the poetic rappers? Like what would their crime be? Like the Wale's or the J. Cole's or
They're probably
like,
beating their chicks too.
I think it's more manipulation tactics.
that and like them niggas like they're stealing money out the purse when the shorty goes in the bathroom type shit.
Drake said he's checking her phone when she went to the washroom.
Yeah, no,
that's some sneaky shit.
Yeah, that's some Drake shit. Nah, Drake's not taking no money. Drake, you know, Drake wants to make it look exactly like nothing happened. But
Didn't he say he went in her purse and he checked her phone? Like, nigga, what's wrong with you?
But he put the phone back, zipped it like how it was. But them J. Cole dollar in a dream broke niggas, you know what I mean? Like they go in the purse, they see the Canadian Tire money, they're taking that out. You know what I mean?
J. Cole taking Canadian dollar money is crazy. Go get his bike fixed. Oh man,
that and maybe like I would say they're also the coercion type niggas, where it's like, come on, like I came all the way over here, like you're gonna make me come all the way over here, you're not gonna let me smash type shit, like them niggas be weird too.
So women, okay. 2%, or actually kind of grew. I think it's like 8-9% right now.
Mad.
So, or maybe it might be like 10%. Y'all, if he's one of them lover boy rappers, watch for him too, because he's gonna take your money. But if he's one of those yeller rappers, fam, unless that's what you're into, okay, he's gonna punch you in the face at one point in time, bro.
And according to Natural, that's okay. No, I'm joking.
As long as it's Kendrick.
As long as you guys are in a relationship. No, I'm joking.
That's something y'all want that, you know what I mean?
Right? Well, listen, speaking of people who are like, you know, criminals and stuff, there's a bail reform that's happening.
Ready for the road. Road Ready Detailing, now open 7 days a week from 8 to 5 p.m. 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66, specializing in ceramic coating perpetual with warranty, PPF, tints, wraps, vinyl wraps, and hand car washes. Remember, we clean anything on wheels. Road Ready, ready for the road.
A bail reform law that got switched over here in Canada, okay? And this is our second to last story because we're going to get to Akaash in one more. You know I love to clip big Akaash.
It always works.
It always works.
Bail is now
so I'm going to play this clip over here courtesy of City TV News. Bail reform becomes law.
I'm trying to understand what it is.
Right?
Native American?
I think he's Asian.
Get in Canada for people accused of a crime. Bill C.
Hold on, let's rewind.
Bail is now tougher to get in Canada for people accused of a crime. Bill C-14, the Liberal bail reform bill, has received royal assent and is now law. The Attorney General and Justice Minister saying it's now up to provinces and judges to carry it out.
Provincial governments were some of the first demanding the federal government make these changes. They know that there's going to be an obligation on provincial governments to run provincial systems, but they're still asking us to make these changes because they believe it's going to promote public safety.
C-14 makes bail harder to get for repeat and violent offenders, forcing suspects to prove they deserve pretrial release. Courts are required to consider more factors at bail hearings, including if the alleged crime involves random violence or if the accused is involved in other cases. Punishments are also toughened up, with consecutive sentences now required for violent auto theft, break-and-enter, extortion, or arson, as well as for repeat violent offenders. Sentencing will also need to consider if the crime was committed against a first responder, transit worker, or involves organized retail theft. But for conservatives, this is not enough.
Yes, C-14 did something. It may have taken a small step. We don't want to take a small step. We want to solve the problem. You still have the remnants of Bill C-75 that deal with release on the least onerous conditions. You also have Bill C-5 that allows people who do drive-by shootings to serve their sentence on house arrest.
Our worry is we're heading toward a system where you're innocent, but you're in jail 3-4 years until you have a chance to see a courtroom.
But the Canadian Civil Liberties Association warns this will inevitably lead to an increase in prison populations. The CCLA estimates 76% of those in prison are people denied bail and have yet to go to trial. Shakir Rahim has testified to the House and Senate on C-14, and he doesn't believe it would survive a constitutional challenge.
This bill likely has serious constitutional problems with it. It applies to people who have never been convicted of a criminal offense in their life, and it applies to people who are not the kind of high-risk repeat violent offender that we've heard about.
Shali Lee, City News, Ottawa.
Okay, so on one side, it's stricter bail conditions. We're not just going to be letting people out. Okay, there's consecutive sentences for certain crimes now, where consecutive is not really easy to get in Canada, right? You usually get concurrent sentences. So if you get 25-year sentences, you're doing 25 years, not 75 years if it's consecutive.
Concurrent, 75, you have to hold that.
You know, that's consecutive.
Yeah, that's
right?
Yeah, my bad.
Now, on the flip side, they're saying you guys are being too hard on everybody and not everybody's guilty yet, so you're going to find out that this person that you're being hard on is innocent. So the bail reform's bad. What are you guys' thoughts?
I think the only solution to this issue, is to have quicker court cases, quicker turnaround when it comes to going through these. Because some people do wait in jail just to beat that case 3-4 years later. So now you're wasting governmental resources. You're wasting people's time. Maybe if we had more judges, more court systems, more crown attorneys, whatever you need, then we can get people to their trial date fast.
So ramp up the court system, employ more people over there.
Yeah, and I think it would be a good opportunity. You're creating more jobs. Obviously, there's a demand for it. And you're also respecting people's innocence because you're presumed innocent until proven guilty. So why are you waiting in jail for 3-4 years?
And you're supposed to be guaranteed to a speedy trial.
Yeah, but it's never speedy.
It's never speedy.
I think we're just backed up too much. There's too much either the government can't handle the amount of crime that's happening or they do it on purpose to mess with people.
Yeah, if they're doing this bail reform thing and they make it easier to lock people up, then it's going to be all right, now we just hold you. But we've also argued that we just let people go way too quick over here. What are your thoughts, Nacho?
At first, I wasn't sure how I felt about it, but then once they said that it's for repeat offenders and violent crimes and stuff, I'm kind of for it, you know what I mean? Because I don't know, there's people that do they're accused of heinous shit, and then they're just walking free, you know what I mean? Which is
facts.
It allows them to do it again or do something worse, you know? So I don't know, I'm for it, you know? The liberal guy was saying that, it's gonna have people that are innocent
Yeah, he said it
potentially
also
innocent, though.
it targets people who aren't high risk of being repeat offenders.
But if they're doing it on repeat offenders, then that's what it is.
Yeah, they're already repeat offenders.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, and fam, there was a news report that we've reported on in the past. It's one of the many, so I'm not even going to ask you guys to remember. But the guy in the news report had like 80 or 70 something freaking convictions. And it's like, fam, how do you even have that, bro? Like, you're just letting in and out of jail, fam. Like, at one point in time, you might have to like chill for a second in the jail rather than letting you in and out the door.
Yeah, but as someone who benefited from getting bail as a repeat offender, you know what I mean? Like, I do see the benefits of that because like I wouldn't consider myself like a danger to society or anything like that. But if I had to stay in there until like, because I think I didn't get whatever until like, it was probably like a couple months, you know what I mean? It wasn't that long, but.
Yeah, but you learned. You could have been a repeat offender. All it takes is to be like, okay, I didn't learn from that experience. Boom. Again.
I repeated one time.
Yeah, but like you're not a habitual criminal.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I also think that for the majority of criminals, like unless you give them some sort of program that they can like adapt after, they're just gonna revert back to their old environment and their old ways. Like, and now it's even harder for them to get a job. So it's like now they have to hustle.
Yeah.
And like, perhaps they networked while they were in the bin, so they have like even more opportunities to make illegal money.
Yeah, and going to jail does not make it easier. Like just to piggyback on that again, just to say, it does not make it easier to get a job going to jail.
Makes it harder. Like makes it more likely that you're gonna have to make your money illegally.
Yeah.
I agree with you that like it doesn't make it easier, but it's not supposed to. Like I don't know. I feel like
You're fucked up.
School kind of teaches you like, okay, when you do something wrong. I remember back in school when I had to do the in-office detentions or whatever. I'm sitting in the office, all my friends are running by, you know what I mean? People are coming in the office, they're looking at me and shit. Like, that was kind of like baby jail, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when I ended up going to the bin myself, I'm like, yo, I low-key should have taken heed to them times in school, you know what I mean? Because I felt like I was in office detention again.
Yeah.
But the difference is like, okay, in school, let's say you have like this in-school suspension. After that, you still get to like rejoin your classmates and like have the same opportunities they have when it comes to going to math class, going to history class, whatever.
In that school, yeah, but you don't think the high school and the university is looking at you got suspended 8 times in high school, broski, and you want to come to the Ivy League?
It reflects bad on your
move
record.
And quit. So it's same like, you went to jail, but you want to come work at this big establishment, and you have what grip and an essay and all this, and you can't work here, broski.
Yeah, or freaking selling drugs or guns and all that too.
You know what I mean?
Like, but it's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
You've gotten jobs post having criminal records.
Wicked jobs.
Same here. I had a long-standing job at a corporate office for freaking like 6 years and shit like that, and elevated in that office while on parole. You know what I'm saying? Well, not with the criminal record behind me, it was like still there, like meeting my parole officer downstairs from the office and shit in his car. So like it's doable if you want to apply yourself proper. But listen, salute to all the I don't know, the criminals, I guess.
Free up the dogs.
All the inmates.
Yeah, man, free the dogs. Free the dogs. Free the dogs. I'll do that for y'all. Okay, last but not least.
Oh, shoot.
I got to give the Birdman hand rub for this right here.
I don't even know what happened.
So Akaash Singh, he's back on our docket over here. Reason being, and I didn't know that this was going to happen. I saw an A.W.O.L Preach video. Salute to A.W.O.L Preach.
Saw that.
And they found out the reason why Akaash actually left the show. You know what? I'm going to play and the show being Flagrant. I'm going to play just the beginning of the video.
Is it something crazy?
Everyone. Oh, you know what? You probably already know what it is. Okay? But let's play the video, and then it'll confirm what you might be thinking in the back of your mind.
Damn.
Saw what happened with Akaash Singh and the Flagrant crew. Left the pod. They did their episode where they talked about the fact that he was no longer part of the podcast after everything that happened with his wife. He took a long break.
The PR. He has made the decision to focus all of his energy on stand-up. He is going to be stepping away from the pod.
What I told you then was what I said before. Even before they did that pod, I'm like, I think he's done. They did that pod, I was like, it looks like he really done. But we all thought it was telling that he wasn't there for the final episode. Okay?
We said that.
No one addressed why. Everyone speculated. But a couple of clips have surfaced because, his wife's budding TikTok career, where she speaks to about 100 people, is still ongoing.
And it was mostly very much in check until I did IVF a few months ago. And I feel like since then, I have not really been okay. And I've really been struggling. And yeah, it kind of sucks. And you would think that, like, the entire internet calling me a whore.
I will say, to be clear, you were calling yourself a whore. And then everyone was like, wait, I thought you were a virgin, but you were popping your pussy. So that's why they were calling you a whore. Just to be fair.
Hello, 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 hello. That's what happened.
Yes.
That was an echo.
It really, truly was.
I feel like since then, I have not really been okay, and I've really been struggling, and yeah, it kind of sucks. And you would think that, like, the entire internet calling me a whore and, like, just being in a really toxic environment, like, would have been the thing that got to me, but it actually wasn't. Like, I was, like, definitely anxious, don't get me wrong, during that time. I was, like, mostly fine, like, once we were out of that toxic environment, and I was like, oh my God, like, everything feels so much lighter, everything feels so much happier. And now it's just been, like,
run that back.
What did you hear?
Run it back.
Run that.
Do you hear?
Run that back.
And, like, just being in a really toxic environment, like, I was, like, mostly fine, like, once we were out of that toxic environment, and I was like, oh my God, like, everything feels so much lighter, everything feels so much happier.
Okay, what do you think that
So I'll stop the video there because they're just going to give commentary. And I want to know what you guys think. She said she felt much lighter and much better once we got out of that situation. So the assumption through this video that's moving around.
And that she told him,
let's get out of here, man.
Me or the pond. One of those ones.
Oh.
You know those ones? Oh, I hate when shot.
Oh.
You're doing that DJ shit. Me or the music. Woo. Blocked. I didn't see that Michigan.
My mental health has just been destroyed. You kikiing over there with your little comedian friends. Don't you love me?
Yo, I don't know what it is, but men experiencing joy gets yelled them cheese. Why do you want to hang out with your man? Are you gay? It's like, what the hell, bro? Like,
yeah.
If I spend 24 hours, like 24/7 with you, I'm not like, give me a chance to miss you a little bit. And low key, like, when I'm chilling with my dogs, okay, when I'm with Zara, I don't have to pay for Zara's food. I don't have to pay for Zara's coffee. You know what I mean? Like more times, like
you don't gotta take him out on the town.
Type shit. Like more times, we're thinking of ways where we could save bread and shit.
Yeah.
But like what I like with Shotties is like, okay, it's kind of like having a you. You know what I mean? Like, so okay, that's my little rant. So that's nothing to do with this shit.
I'm so glad I brought up this topic. DJ Zar, somebody who's been very passionate about this topic. What are your thoughts? No, fam, you're the one who really introduced this topic to us over here.
Yeah, because I enjoy Flagrant.
And to be honest, I've been running it on the Clips channel, and it's actually been running it up, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even put it on the main channel. People on the Clips channel are like, Akaash, that bitch, we knew it. Fam, let's reiterate it. Let's bring it back. He has left the Flagrant podcast, which is a nice bag.
Yeah.
He's making a great bag on roads, but you could do both.
Right.
I think the unfortunate reality is someone like Akaash lives by the mantra, happy wife, happy life. And I just want the audience to know that that is not the case.
Oh, you don't fuck with that?
I don't think that's how you're supposed to operate as a husband even. I don't think women are capable of happiness in that way that men are. I feel like men, we're able to find happiness in simplicity. I think women are constantly in a state of problem solving. So it's kind of like you need to almost give them issues for them to, like, I don't know, keep themselves
keep
active.
their brain occupied.
But I think they're always looking for problems. And I think that's like a natural thing for them. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's like a survival thing where it's like they're problem solvers. So like they're always scavenging. So it's like when there is no problem, they're going to find a problem. So like, it's not, just let me know real quick. Even if it's not this, they're going to have problems still. And it's just not going to be Flagrant. Flagrant was just one of the problems that they solved. but they're gonna have more problems after this. She's not always gonna be happy. She's just going through IVF, in vitro fertilization, whatever.
Yeah,
She's always gonna be cheesed.
When you get off, when are you gonna get off the road now? You're always on the road.
Thank you. Soon what? You gotta quit comedy? Watch when they have a kid.
No, because I was even gonna say, like, on your point, like, because I feel like they did certain things. It's like, okay, we're just gonna like take off the comments. Oh, we're just not gonna go on Instagram. But that so didn't fix her mental. So she's like, what else is there to like take out of our life type?
It's the show
type shit. You know what I mean?
So she thinks the show is the root of all her problems. Now they got rid of the show.
No, she's not the root of her problems. It's the show.
Exactly.
It's the show and what it's doing, the environment. Yeah. Now it's this IVF thing. Now it's going to be Akaash is on the road too much. Now it's going to be, oh, why are you always filming movies? Like, I'm telling you, girls are in this state. And it's almost like, in a way, it's a good thing. Because, like, I feel like when a girl isn't looking for problems or isn't complaining a little bit, she's not happy. But, like, if she just acts like everything's blessed, like, that's when you got to be like, yo, why are you, like, just so chill?
What's
like,
wrong with you?
You don't got no issues right now? You're not cheesing nothing?
But you still have to batten them up sometimes. I don't mean physically. I just mean like you have to regulate. You have to lead. You have to lead. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, you have to be assertive.
But the problem with Akaash is that, like, he didn't really get nons before he was married.
He was a virgin.
Yeah, so he doesn't really believe in his own power, so to speak.
And so was she, but she's always had pretty privilege.
She can low-key do better than Akaash.
No, she definitely can, but like...
And Akaash can do better than her.
He can too, but now, back then when they first met each other, he was just like a nerdy Indian guy who was just trying to get up on his comedy shit, right? She always has, with no dollars, even though she probably came from some money, she looks like, she always has that pretty privilege.
And
but I feel like
somebody will run up a bag on her, fam.
She light skin.
We underestimate how many pretty girls there are, bro. Like, respectfully, there's so many pretty girls out here where, like, I feel, because even with all these methods where, like, mid-tings could become bad in a good way. Like, mid-tings could become, like, hot commodities where it's, like, I don't know, it's harder for these shorties to get relationships, especially with high-value men, you know? So, like, even though, it is probably right, she could do better, but maybe not, like...
Maybe not, honestly.
You know what I mean? Like,
that level of money, maybe not.
Not just that level of money, but that level of submission as well. Like, the way how she runs Akaash, she's not running no other man like that.
Yeah, she can get another rich guy, but you're going to treat her like shit.
Type shit, you know?
Yeah. I get girls like you all the time. Fuck out. I'm rich.
Do you feel like Akaash, like, wanted to leave Flagrant on his own accord as well, and this kind of just helped him, where it's like, you know what, babe, you're right, like, I've been sketching about the podcast too, and like, I'm not even into it anymore, and the fact that it's ruining your mental health just gives me confirmation that I shouldn't be there? Or do you feel like he wanted to stay and then she was like, no, you have to leave? Like, I feel like he kind of wanted out too.
I could see that because the few episodes that I watched, he's normally like the butt of the joke, right?
Yeah.
He was the butt of the joke. A lot of his, like, contributions were, like, exaggerated, or like he'd just be laughing at Andrew's jokes, and like sometimes it didn't feel like he was all the way engaged unless there was like a good guest and he would ask like thoughtful questions. But I just felt like maybe he just wanted to be his own man, and he felt like, I'll always be number two. I'll always be the sidekick.
Yeah, maybe that was his out, because even like there was a point in time where when he was like still sitting there, before that, when he was gone, he also got to see a little bit of true colors coming out of Andrew, and when he was on his other podcast, and they played this in the Ab and Preach video when he was on Brilliant Idiots, and Charlemagne had that moment where he was like, your girl could not have a pod. Stop the pod. And Andrew was like kicking his feet, laughing, and it's like, yo, that's your partner that he's freaking cracking on.
And he didn't defend him at all.
He didn't defend him. It was funny, but like, you're supposed to hold him down in that moment, like, nah, chill. But what if Andrew felt the same way?
Yeah, I'm about to say that if you agree, like,
yeah.
But it's kind of like they're beyond coworkers. Like, he's been to his wedding.
That's his bro.
You know, like, they've been through a lot with each other. So like, you would kind of expect, like, even if you did agree, like, also try to defend. Like, listen, man, Akaash is my boy. Like, I know I wouldn't let my girl have a pod, but something that would like soften the blow.
Or just like, like, okay, enough on Akaash, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Easy
leave
on
my
Akaash.
boy alone,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying?
Like something like that, like as opposed to just like laughing hysterically.
No, his legs were like kicking in the air, bro. He was loving it, bro. Like, yeah, no more pod for that bitch. And she was just on the show. You know what I'm saying? So he's probably watching that. She's at home watching that. Like, this is your friends? Right?
Like, look how he's laughing at us. Like, he doesn't even respect you. And Akaash
He
is like,
never respected you. She's already probably told him that before.
yeah, because she didn't even early on when they were in like the old building, like Andrew Schultz mentioned, like Akaash, the girl doesn't like me.
They beefed. They used to beef.
So it's like that's from the beginning.
Yes.
And this is the guy that's like providing for you and your household, low key. Like, he's paying your husband.
Hey, we got enough now. Let's go. Right? Annie White, they're probably like, let's move away from this white man. They've been trying to oppress us from our country forever.
So do you feel like her intuition about Flagrant was the best move for Akaash or the worst move?
Ooh, the We Love Hip Hop Red Pill Hip Hop podcast might have been in favor of, what's her name? Jasleen Singh? Good move for her, man. Get out of this toxic environment. Makes me feel better. You'll feel better too.
I don't think it was a good move still. Because respectfully, like, the Indian community and their entertainment, like even the whole Bollywood scene, like the music, it's very, I don't want to say niche because it's huge, obviously. There's like billions and billions of people.
Huge niche.
But like, it's very like they stick within their communities. So like, I don't really see Akaash clips. I don't really see anything from his stand-up, you know what I mean? So I feel like, yes, he's going to be a huge star amongst his people, but him being on the podcast, like, that gave him visibility to like a whole different set of audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That like he would. There'll be times where I'm watching Flagrant and then like normally I skip through the ads, but sometimes I'll be lazy. I let the ads play. Then I hear, oh, the man's at this show, that show.
Yeah.
So that's like a whole new audience that will be able to come to your shows. But if you're only sticking to your people, then it's just like.
Yes, and I agree with you if he's white or black. But when you're part of that community, and you just want to stick to them, you could run it up like crazy. He could be a Bollywood star. He could lean completely into that community and the population that they have and just have like these stadium shows just all the time and just run it up. He'll be fine. You just might not be able to get away with that if you're white or black because you might not be able to lean on your community and get as rich. Those guys can lean on their community and get richer, fam.
Yeah, and he's always been like very pro-Indian, like he believes in people marrying within their own community and he wants to like continue to propagate that. So him working or leaning more into the Indian market kind of coincides with his brand more so. However, I will say that like there is the urban population that rock with Akaash, that New York population that like he was able to kind of connect with. But if you watch his stand-up clips, it's always like, what part of India are you? I bet I can guess what part of India you're from.
Yeah.
What's your name? Oh, are you a nurse? Yo, you're going. Like, and they know the exact region.
Correction. You said rock with Akaash. We got to put a past tense on that shit. Rocked with Akaash. Because now, back in the North American community or the urban community or whatever, they just call him a cuck.
A cuck.
No, for real. In the comments, anytime it's anything about him, yo, your bitch freaking has your balls and all the types of shit. So like, y'all don't fuck with me anymore anyway. I'm off of this.
So maybe the Indian community is like more forgiving
They
or
might not
less
even know.
judgmental. Nah, they definitely know.
They might not even care. They might be like,
they get it. Yeah, my wife too, bro.
yeah, I treat my girl like a queen.
No, like my wife told me quit my job too.
yeah, bro. Like, so lean on them. There's billions and billions of them, so you're fine. And let me get away from those people who usually diss me in the comments anyway. He ain't even on Flagrant and they dissed him in the comments.
Even if it was a good move business-wise, just her steering the ship, like, I just feel like it's going to be Titanic eventually, bro.
For now, we're talking about it. We'll run it up on him. Ab and Preach, what's the views on that crow? They got 582,000 in one day. right? And there's a few other, not a bunch, a few other content creators talking about this. But that guy who died there, Oliver Tree, we ain't gonna talk about him, but like he's taken over the timeline so much that Akaash was safe.
But can I be honest? Like, I foresee a Jaslene and Akaash divorce within our lifetime.
Ooh.
And I think that's when it's gonna be like a Flagrant reunion or something. Like, I feel like he's gonna like lean into the stand-up, lean into the Indian population. Maybe they'll even have a kid or two so she can get some child support. And then she's gonna leave him. And then he's gonna like have like another rebirth or rebranding of like, so I left that bitch. You know, like,
yeah,
I don't know. That's what I see.
2027, look out.
I don't think this is like a good long-term pick for him. And we saw it with, was it Key or Peel? Which one had the wife? Key, where like his wife kind of just took over and kind of affected his career.
Yeah.
Same with John Lennon.
That's actually a good analogy because with Keegan-Michael Key, she's the reason why he separated from Peel or whatever. And you could see how Peel just kept ascending.
Yep.
And Key just had to like keep doing these like weirdo Netflix movies.
He's doing commercials and like in the 2025.
Yeah, like State Farm and shit.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Nothing wrong, you know, big up the commercials, you know what I mean? But
listen, man, sometimes you got to make sure that your partner, I guess, full circle, don't fuck up your bag.
Hey, bros over hoes.
Or the other way around. Remember, we started off the show, the husband was fucking up the bag.
I lie.
You know what I'm saying? We're ending off the show. Maybe she didn't fuck up the bag, but she's affected his decision making.
Facts.
We're the visibility. We're not going to be seeing Akaash on the timeline because of the decision him and Jaslene made.
But do you think your romantic partner should have any say in your career? Because sometimes they could provide valuable advice.
I'm down for advice, but in the end of the day, I'm the one who's going to make the decision.
Facts.
But they could get in your ear and be like, baby, like you could do so much better.
No, that's cool. Say that, but I'm still going to make my decision.
After I took a break from DJing, when I was getting back into it, my girlfriend at the time, I told her like, oh, I'm going to do like I'm not going to charge, you know what I mean? Like, because there's a whole bunch, no one really knows that I be DJing like that anymore, you know what I mean? She's like, oh, that's so stupid. You already did it for so long. Like, why would you do it for free? Blah, blah, blah. Because she didn't get, you know what I mean? But
yeah, I
did that for a few months. Name got hot again. Then I was able to charge again. And then she was able to see, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, I'll listen to your advice, but respectfully, I know what's best for my industry.
Yeah. Yo, you know what's crazy? Maybe I don't even think I've told you this, but like I had an ex-girlfriend that like wanted me to like leave We Love Hip Hop.
That's wild.
And like, you know, she'd be like,
that's an ex-girlfriend, hell yeah.
Yeah. And then ever since then, the Drake George comment, man, I have been ascending, you know what I'm saying? But like if I listened to her out of like insecurity or like to satisfy her, like I would have missed out on a lot of blessings, you know?
Yeah, bro.
You know, now we got Gamdom. Like,
wow.
I don't think you should be over there.
Literally.
Not listen to your partner might be the friggin' the takeaway from this podcast.
And Gilligan.
And Gilligan. The skipper too. Right? Okay, let's get off of here, man. We had a good episode here. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.